So wait, was that actually over to me? Hello and welcome to Hint Plays. I'm K25fF and I'll be your Games Master today. Hint Plays is a channel for RPGs and tabletop gaming from Hobby Gamers International. We run games on a 3-week rotation with a rotating cast of players and games masters. We also do occasional specials where we look at new games, play online board games, and chat about all things gaming. Today I'll be running Panspermia Delta, a Pathfinder 1st edition campaign in a homebrew setting, which I just called the wrong name because I read stuff just brainlessly. It's called Deeper Dreams nowadays. With me today are the players, who are Lexi, Lou, Molly, Riggs, and Shard. I think I've just said everyone. Good. Deeper Dreams is a Pathfinder 1st edition campaign set in the mysterious nation of Catharon. The players are the 17th squad of the Cath Council's Department of Wilderness, headquartered in the capital, Vallejo on Maya. Unlike the prestigious 5th or 8th squads, they don't deal with dragons, giants, or sea monsters. The most dangerous thing the squad ever dealt with was a particularly cantankerous dire fox found rooting through the bins on Skewer Street. But the dreams of Catharon are perilous. Can the 17th squad solve a mystery as old as the nation itself, navigate the cutthroat politics of the 7 departments, and do their actual jobs by dealing with the city's pest problem at the same time? Right. Let's begin as we mean to continue on, and get everyone to roll initiative.
Okay. Okay. Would you please remind me how to do such a thing?
Since you don't have any feats, I believe, that cause anything fancy to happen, it is just your dexterity modifier at first level.
Okay.
D20 plus your dexterity modifier, yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Before game. K2's like, oh, hey, we're not going to roll much at all. Okay, begin the game by rolling.
Yes.
Oh.
Okay.
Look, if I'm not going to teach you any lesson at all, let it just be that I lie.
Okay.
Noted for future reference.
Look,
Okay.
well, maybe I don't lie. Maybe I just stretch the truth.
Unless you have anything extra special that adds to your initiative, Molly, it's just going to be your roll plus your dex modifier.
Yes, just trying to figure out what my dex modifier is. I'm pulling up the website.
What is your dex?
18.
Then it's plus 4.
Plus 4.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, then it's a 6.
Hey.
I did not roll well.
Aw.
Thank you.
It's a great roll for what it's worth. It's great.
Okay.
It's not a 1, so you know what?
It was a 2.
Okay.
So, yay. I'm sorry, everyone. I crashed out unexpectedly, and I'm still recovering from being unconscious. So apologies if I'm particularly scattered today.
I love you, Molly.
It's happened.
I love you too. Oh.
We've all been unconscious sometimes. It happens to the best of us, despite any things. Lexi,
Avoiding necessity.
number.
My
Okay.
my number. It's
Sorry to put you on the spot, but
Oh, don't worry. I was just a dumbass who completely forgot that she was, dice exist. They are a concept that exists. It's a 7. It's an 8 minus 1.
We're just rolling them out. Yeah, we're absolutely doing brilliantly so far. Lou. Your initiative?
18.
Or okay, fine. Good. Finally some numbers.
Got a 16 plus my dex modifier of 2. Apparently, he's a swifty boy for
Speed
this
of
roll.
Sharp. Bricks?
19.
Oh,
Okay. Do we have Bricks, your initiative? If we have it. 12. Okay. I've very quickly written them down somewhere so I don't forget them. Alright then. Tim, who is being played by Shot, you wake up in the room where you've always woken up. It is the morning of the day that you know that you are to go to a place and do a thing.
But can we remember what thing and where to go and all of that?
I will try our best.
I'm doomed. Okay.
You wake up in the room, it's the room you first remember waking up in after the Gravekeeper pulled you from an open grave, lacking all memory. It's the same as it was. Since you live in Gravekeeper Stahl's house, it's very homey. It's very old construction, honestly. It's of a style that they don't make nowadays. And it's in the graveyard outside the Temple of Toliklai, in approximately the center of town.
Okay.
You are now awake. What do you do? You have an appointment later in the morning to, because you have been reassigned to the 17th Squad of the Department of Wilderness.
Tim is going to, and for the viewers, Tim is obviously an anachronistic name. That's not actually their name. Tim is an initialism for a name that Tim cannot remember.
Love them. I love them already. Just
Tim wakes up in that way that's it's kind of creepy. Just sits up in bed, yawns for a minute, then turns sideways, steps out of bed, turns around, makes it right then and there, goes over to the wash basin, washes his face, takes off bed clothes, and then puts on normal clothes and a headband with the symbol of Taliesin in the middle of it, and picks up a pack that was already packed for the day, puts it on his back, or their back, and steps out into the rest of the house, wondering if breakfast is made yet or if they're going to be making breakfast today.
Okay.
For the edification of the viewers,
Oh, yeah.
Mike, you can turn the visible thing that has a name that I'd instantly forgotten. Turn the screen sharing thing on.
hey, there we go.
So we can all see who Tim is. Tim is a bugbear, so is, fairly large, probably like up to about 7 foot tall, and sort of spidery.
Yes, Tim has 4 arms.
Okay.
But in a cute way.
You can, one would hope. You can hear, actually, the sort of general rattling of someone else downstairs in the kitchen.
Gravekeeper Stahl? I can't remember the name.
That is the name, don't worry.
It's probably Gravekeeper Stahl. I'm gonna head downstairs to where the noise is being made and see what he's up to. They're up to? I don't know if they have a gender.
Stahl is a gentleman, and is also the oldest goblin you've ever met. To be fair, you are approximately a month old as far as you can tell, so you're not really, you lost your mate about a month ago, so you're not sure if that's a particularly discerning thing, but you don't think you have like ghosts of memories. You can't really remember anyone about as old as that.
Well, certainly much older than I am.
Certainly true. In fact, again, for the edification of the viewers, this is approximately what Stahl looks like.
Oh.
I just want to pet them so much.
Stahl is about, I think, a third my size.
Being a goblin, Stahl is about 4 foot tall at most, and he's pretty stooped. Yeah, 4 foot, 3 foot, something along those lines. Yeah, he'd greet you as you come downstairs, and he's putting together some breakfasty kind of things, which I'm sure, given that you're a goblinoid, are completely horrifying to hear about, so I won't tell you about them.
Hi.
Concern.
Young Tim, you're having your thing today, aren't you? Reassignment.
Yes, reassignment to somewhere. Do you remember where I'm supposed to be going?
You'd be going to the Department of Wilderness. You go to the main office. It's down on... Where was it? They keep changing the names around here.
They seem to keep changing the streets, too.
Well, they've changed the streets more for me than they have for you, really. But, yes, they've... Up on the close. It's just round the corner, really. We're quite near the centre of town, after all. So, yeah, and you must be heading on that way. Better to run on 4 than on 6. So it was. And well, you're up early, so it'll be heading down there as soon as you can, really.
All right.
I don't recall when it was, but I'm sure you have that written down somewhere.
It's probably in my backpack.
Probably. Best of luck to you, young Tim.
Sorry?
Best of luck to you, young Tim.
Oh, thanks. If you ever need any help, just send for me, and I'll of course come back and help out as I can.
Don't worry. You don't need to be tripping up an old man like me while wandering around the graveyard. It's, I've done what I have done, and well, they came and built the temple, they came and built the walls around it, and then they came and built the city. So,
Well, I don't remember. Did they build the temple around you? Like, were you here first?
No one's that old. It's not in this part of the world.
I'll be seeing you, Stahl. You mind if I grab some breakfast before I go?
No, go ahead. I can hardly eat this all myself. And you're probably growing, I guess. It's been a while since there's been any children around here, so who knows?
6 feet tall and still growing. I mean, to be fair, arthropods don't really have a limitation other than pressure and illness.
Yeah, they just keep going until they crush themselves inside their own carapaces, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's enough insect talk.
Mm. Oh yeah.
What is a goblin if not a lobster?
Goblin equals / lobster.
That was well timed.
That's exactly what it means. Thank you.
Hey, it's
Oh.
the Meredith
Yay!
Oh, good.
brothers. Octopus ovaries.
Oh.
Oh, I remember
Overaries?
this. Oh no, I know why. Just
Overaries.
like-
Overaries.
You can get them in the it's the Elden Ring game. You couldn't get them in. They're one of the things the monsters drop.
Good to know.
I like
And
that
so
one. I don't even know our raid phrase anymore.
Hi everybody.
Welcome.
Hi, friends.
Hi Moose. Hi Joy. I know all these people. Sorry.
Well, I'll
All
let
right.
you look and your friends, and then maybe I'll move on to other people. I don't know. Yeah, you head out into the cobbled streets, and typical for the Lego Mire, the pouring rain. And you head down to the Department of Wilderness.
Mhm.
Could you roll me you head down towards the Department of Wilderness. Can you roll me? Pause a second. Can you roll me a d10
Oh,
and tell me what you roll on it?
a 2.
Okay. As you come out of the, you exit the, so Stahl's house is in the graveyard. You go walk to the graveyard entrance and then out onto the street. There's a Mercian man sitting on a nearby stoop who's carefully tuning a very battered looking lute. And he looks up as you pass and gives you a big wide smile full of very sharp teeth. Copper or two for a song, friend? Or, if you're in a rush, maybe a little story. I'll walk alongside, won't slow you down none. Scout's honor, whatever a scout is.
I'm always ready for a story. You can go ahead. I'm early.
Ah, well, I see someone headed off in a direction all hurried like, and I think to myself, I think they're probably heading off to a new assignment to the doomed and possibly cursed 17th squad of our lovely little city's Department of Wilderness, I does. Am I right or am I right? So, stories, and you walk alongside each other for a bit, or he walks alongside you, occasionally going ding on the loop. Doesn't seem to know ding, how to play it.
You happen to have just started learning how to play that?
Ah, you're never too old to start.
No, definitely not.
Actually, come to think of it, I have a question for you. Have you, in your dreams, seen something like this? He does a little gesture with his hand. I flip my hand as if you could see me. And he's suddenly holding a divination card very close to your face. And on it is a drawing of 5 pillars or spires or somethings, surrounded by curls of mist. You can see him studying your reaction for a moment, and then he flicks his hand again and the card disappears in a moderately competent display of prestidigitation. No matter, just a small matter. Could be something. Could be everything. So, could you spare a coin or two, friend?
A coin or two?
I might go away if you have some change, eh? I could wander off.
You don't have to wander off. I don't really have change on me, but here, you can have a gold piece.
Oh, no. That's too much for just a story that I didn't tell you and a question that I barely asked.
Well,
That's far too good for me.
you could fill out the story and tell me what that card's supposed to mean.
Ah, no, that's not the game. How about I give you some change? If Not some change, it's a recompense. He rummages around in the pockets of a tattered, patched robe, and he pulls out a palmful of these clinking coins of odd sizes and shapes and presses them into your hands. But yes, thank you, friend. And if we ever see each other again, I am sure I will pretend I never met you. And at which point he turns on his heel and walks off down a nearby alley, occasionally ding, at his loot.
I love that the interaction was, here, I'll give you a gold as a tip. What? That's too much. Here, have some change.
Well, you know, he's running a business here. You now have one, in brackets, one pocket full of odd coins.
Yeah, that's what I wrote down.
Okay. If you want to give them a quick look, actually, you could roll me perception.
Touching them too, because you said that I'd never seen their like before.
I don't know if you've seen their like. Could you roll me knowledge local?
Okay. Perception first. Where's my scores?
Mm-hmm.
P, right, alphabetical order. 18 for
I've heard of
perception.
it. Mm-hmm.
And the other one was knowledge local?
Yep.
Okay.
You've got no ranks in it. If you have no ranks in knowledge local, you can still roll it. It's an intelligence skill, but the maximum you can get is a 10.
Okay. Well, I rolled a 21, so 10.
Beautiful. So, perception. You just jingle through the coins a second. They're all odd. One of these coins isn't a coin. It's a flat, circular piece of something like weird, chalky bone or seashell. And around its center are 5 small holes and 5 grooves that radiate to the outer edge. I'll get back to that in a second, and you can maybe roll something else on it. But knowledge local, you got a 10, yes?
Mhm.
None of these coins are from Catharon. They're all from nearby countries. And for the sake of nearby countries, I'm just going to go grab a map so I can point at things. So. Oh. Mm-hmm. Let's have a look at the locality. So, let me grab my notes. There's a few marks, which are the currency which are used in Craid Tra to the south. A couple of crystal beads, which are similar to the ones they use in Igma, and several Herni coins of various denominations. And you got a 10. Maybe there's something more you could figure out, but for the time being, that's all the information you have. If you're interested, also, you are here in Lego Online. And as for the little piece of white stuff, the little flat, what's it? Do you have any knowledge nature?
No, I do not.
Well, give me a roll anyway. It's add your intelligence modifier.
Yeah, that'll be another 10.
Oh, okay. Well done. This is a sand crown, or a sand coin. It's the internal shell of a small, flat, seaside creature of the same name. People say they're the currency used by merfolk, but the people who say that likely haven't met any merfolk. And you continue your journey, unmolested, to the headquarters of the Department of Wilderness. And I'll stop monopolizing your time and start monopolizing someone else's.
Fair enough.
Luke,
Yes.
it's Fergus's turn.
Right. Okay.
I don't
Am I
recall
also
if-
waking up?
You're also waking up. What a coincidence. Everyone's waking up today. It's always a good sign. Fergus, you wake up in wherever it is you're staying.
So
where did you think you
Fergus
were
wakes
staying?
up very, very hungover. In a garret at the top of on top of a building somewhere, the cheapest possible room. It's a mess. Like his clothes are strewn everywhere. He's just like, oh my head! Why? Yeah, someone hit me with a cart or something. Yeah, he's not, as usual. He's not in the greatest state. Like,
Starters, you mean to go on, I assume.
mm-hmm.
Okay, you wake up. You have a horrible hangover. Could you roll me a fortitude save?
Yes, yes, I shall. Right. So, fortitude save. That is. Which bar? What do I add on to it again? Oh no. So it's d20 plus the total fortitude save value.
The total fortitude save,
Right,
which
so
is
that's a plus.
the base fortitude for your class,
That is
added to
an unnatural 20.
an unnatural 20.
Yes. So
You
17
thank
plus 3.
your family and upbringing for whatever deadness of feeling allows you to get up after this and not immediately fall over.
Yeah.
And you're mostly awake. You're upright.
Just about.
You have your hooves under you.
Sorry.
You have your hooves under you.
There's something something under me.
Oh right, yes. Halflings in this setting have like goat feet, like little mountain goats. Is what
You
their
have
feet
your-
are like.
You have your hooves under you instead of your feet under you. Your hooves because you're standing up.
Oh, hooves. Okay. Yes. Right. Sorry. I have auditory processing issues. Okay.
Ah,
Yeah.
fair enough. I sound weird.
Okay. Yes, he has his little hooves under him. He's kind of blearily reaches around for like clothes, hats, that kind of thing. He's like, oh, where's my stuff? I'm starting a new job today, aren't I? Oh, such an idiot. Okay. So yeah, he attempts to get dressed, attempts to find his stuff, shoves it onto the giant backpack, so he can sort of head, unless you'd like to throw anything else at me, kind of runs down the many sets of stairs to get out of the top floor of the nastiest garret he could find, like yelling to the landladies. He goes, "I'm off out! Doy up, bye!" And then it's very clearly late for work again.
Yeah, I'm not going to ask you to make any saves to make your way down the stairs. I think that's punishment enough.
Oh, the sun! Oh, why, my old enemy.
Yeah. Well, it is raining, so you're not too concerned about the sun at the moment. But yeah, you can head right out. Roll me a d4 if you could.
A D4.
Yes.
Okay.
You'll notice that there's 5 of you, and the first time you rolled a d10.
D4.
And then it's a d4, and the next it will be... Okay. Let's see. Just outside the garret, the tavern, let's call it something like the Stumbling Unicorn. That sounds like a suitable name for a place.
Mm-hmm.
You run into a member of the watch who briefly stops you. Hello,
I have a
sir.
minor panic attack and try and work out if I recognise them from last night.
That would be a perception.
Mm. Perception. That's it. Okay, so that's a D20 with a +1 for total bonus. It's a 5. Garbage roll. I know
You've
nothing.
never seen this man in your life.
That's worse.
You,
It could be anyone.
it could be. So, have you
Officer,
have you
can I
seen?
help you?
No problem, have you? Citizen. Have you seen this person? And he holds up a piece of paper, and it's smudged in the rain, and it's been drawn on quite badly. And it's a sketch of a flower, maybe, or you're not sure really. It's very early in the morning. By which I mean very early in the late morning. It's been raining. The ink's a bit smudged. Looks like it could have eyes, and it was drawn with a certain level of artisticness that you're not really getting at.
Is that Dahlia? I don't know anyone called Dahlia. So it's got eyes.
Have you seen a Nersian beggar who? Never mind. Clearly you haven't. Anyway, about your day, citizen.
Right, thanks.
And you wander off, presumably having gotten away with something.
Don't know what it was, but I got away with it. Great.
All right then. Let us go to Riggs. You wake. It is the morning. You have an appointment.
I am making breakfast for the rest of the ladies and the master of the place I work. And after that,
All right then.
do I need to roll something?
You don't. You've already rolled initiative. So, let me. So yeah, you made breakfast for everyone.
And then I'll be on my way after.
Yeah, that's a very uncomplicated way to go about things.
That's how fun is.
And here's Thump, who you're playing. It's a hobgoblin monk. And yeah, you leave the place where you've been staying and head off for your appointment, I guess. Nothing overly complicated happens, which I guess is the alternative to waking up hungover or waking up in a graveyard. On the way, could you roll me a d3? By which I mean, could you roll me a d6?
Yes. Three.
Okay. You walk past as you make your way through the slightly damp streets, a pile of copies of yesterday's Catharon Clarion are visible in a gutter. The headline is most obvious. And it says, where did I put all my headlines? Curses. It says, local snack vendor claims sausages are made with, quote, meat, unquote, from an, quote, animal, unquote. If you want to read further, you can probably pick up a paper. They're just lying in the street. I'm probably going to get tripped on soon. But otherwise, you can just head to the Department of Wilderness for your appointment.
Phone will take a paper, mostly to use it later, because he's not so good with words.
Alright then. We'll get back to that later, and I will read you the rest of the article. Next on the list, it is Bombina's turn. Lexi?
Hello. Bombina will wake up quite late in the morning. Not too late to not arrive on time. Just, she doesn't really take a lot of time to get, maybe an hour and a half before she does her prayers to her god and to the god of knowledge, by which I mean that she just goes, hey, you cool ass dude, look at all the cool things I have found out yesterday. Amn't I so cool? And then, after she does her devotion, she puts on her robes quite hastily. She just doesn't really care. She puts on her nice little padded mail, grabs her great axe, and she does the thing that she doesn't normally do, which is not take breakfast in the inn where she slept. She will just pack her bags, like all of her bags, every single thing she owns, which is not a lot. She's very light, and then frickin' bolts. Leaves the door, or leaves the key in the door, and then out. And yeah, this is basically Bombina's whole routine in the morning. She's like, gee, golly, thanks God, and then she freaking leaves.
Entirely reasonable. Roll me a D2. If you do not have a D2, roll me a D4 and divide it by 2. Or flip a coin.
I have. Look, I was about to roll a ring. So if you will excuse the lack of brain
It'll probably
cells.
work as long as it's different one way up.
It's a 2.
Okay. Hold on a second. I have a big pile of information and I keep it all in text files where I can't find it. This is what we call a reasonable decision made by sensible people.
I'm not sure what this sensible people is that you're speaking of.
It definitely.
Yeah, I don't know it.
Not the two of us.
I don't know either. Someone across the street from where you live, the boarding house where you're staying, someone's pasted up a bunch of, like, they resemble wanted posters, and they have pictures of someone's, like, rat-like humanoids on them, and it says, beware the sewer people, which is very silly because everyone knows that the only things that live in the sewers are giant leeches and maybe leech people, not rat people. That's silly.
Can she take a brief moment to, like, take a pamphlet and ask for everything that this person knows about the matter?
You can certainly ask the wanted poster that. It's not very communicative. You can pull one off the wall though and hold on to it for a bit and see if there's any other information later.
Okay.
Alright then, everyone's just picking stuff up off the streets.
Yeah. I just want to know if the person knows anything beyond the pamphlet.
Oh, it's not someone giving out pamphlets. Someone stuck up a bunch of posters.
Oh,
So
then
there's no
she
one
just
there.
grabs one and is really sad that nobody's there to give her more information.
Reasonable.
And then she just
All right, then. Then you make your way. And last but certainly not least, it is Erdif's turn to wake up. Just eventually.
Okay. Unlike me, Erlith becomes immediately awake, wakes up instantly with no sluggish period or grogginess or grumpiness. This comes in handy because they've been camping out inside a packing crate in a storage room, basically to stay in practice with the whole sneaking thing. Essentially, they're in the bathroom of a store. Erlith does not know exactly what type of store. Doesn't really care. Just that they had a crate that was easy to empty out, easy to break into, and close up in a fake but openable from the inside way, and has an easy escape route to getting out of there. And it was cheap, as in free.
Yeah, you know. The warehouse is full of free beds. Yeah, I mean, waking up immediately, and they say that RPGs aren't about wish fulfillment. Anyway,
There's nothing cheaper than free.
Yeah, well, and
there's
yeah,
nothing. Okay.
Yeah.
Nothing cheaper than free, and you wake up in a warehouse. Entirely reasonable. Yeah, you extricate. Well, reasonable.
Yeah.
Bracket,
So
it's a living.
yeah, and Erlith will collect their possessions and make sure that no one is in the warehouse at the moment, and then sneak out and head toward the street. If at least that's the plan.
I would get you to roll a D1, but it wouldn't do anything.
Okay, I got a 1. So.
Oh, good. Nothing unexpected then.
Nope.
Shockingly.
Yes. And
You encounter. Oh, sorry.
Oh, I'm just going to say, if there are any food stalls on the way to my appointment, then I would probably try to.
Well, what a coincidence.
Oh dear.
You encounter a street food vendor.
Woo.
They are almost entirely hidden in a extremely thick, completely covering rope. You can see deep from within the hood a couple of gleaming eyes looking out at you.
Ooh.
Ah, hello, be much having of items of nourishment, yes?
That sounds excellent.
They show you something that looks and resembles a sausage, and also a bun.
Okay, and is there actual meat in this sausage?
Roll me knowledge nature.
Okay, I don't have that as a specific thing, so that I got a 15, but that, let's see, knowledge nature would be intelligence. Okay.
Yeah, add your intelligence modifier, and it's capped to a 10 if you don't have any ranks in it, so...
Okay, yeah, I have no ranks in it, and I have no intelligence modifier because int is my lowest score. Yay. So I got a 15, which I'm guessing is a miss.
It's pink and sausage-like, and seems to have been fried. The
Ooh,
creature
fried.
puts one in a bun and, yeah, on some
Okay.
sort of grill, maybe. Grilled, maybe.
Okay.
Far be it from me to actually know how you prepare sausages. They put it in a bun, pull out a tube of yellow condiment-like substance and put it on the sausage and hold it out to you. Hello, yes, it is made of many nourishments and we have been hunting it all ourselves.
Fabulous. Can I get double yellow sauce, please? And also, do you have any of the green bits that go on top sometimes?
Ah, yes, we're having sprouts.
Oh,
Resin reaches over and pulls out some, like, leaves and bits and pieces and drizzles it over the top. It,
okay.
you know, it's a thing.
Mhm.
And passes. You wanted two, yes?
Just one, I think. Don't want to slow myself down too
Ah.
early in the morning. But one is good.
Here
Thank you.
Here are you going.
Thank you very
And
much.
do not be forgetting to come back to Mr. Snacks's place of many nourishments. All our food is extremely clean.
Oh God, I'm gonna die before I hit my first battle. Okay, excellent. I will hand over.
You need to tell me if you eat it.
Oh yes, I'm going to pay and then eat it. Yes.
Okay.
Because even though I'm a slayer, apparently I have no self-preservation instinct. Do I need to roll for death, or food poisoning, or vomiting?
You've lived in this town for long enough. I doubt it.
Nothing happens yet. So, as you continue on to your appointment,
Fabulous.
I'm sure
Excellent.
it'll be fine.
Oh,
Since when has someone bought something off a weird cart and anything gone badly?
oh, I'm sure it'll be. Yeah, it was nourishments. How could that be
There are
bad?
many nourishments. It's made of many different things.
Hmm. And so they
Some of
always
them
tell
might even be animals.
and they always tell you to eat a wide variety of foods, to eat the rainbow, essentially. And so I'm just doing that. I just don't know all of the colors that I'm eating at the moment.
Does this vendor have an analog for Skittles?
Terrifying. It's probably one of your 5 a day.
Okay. And so I am assuming, well, even if it is not considered polite to eat on the street while you're walking in the city, then I will continue anyway, walking along the street, eating my sausage, keeping a wary eye out for suspicious-looking people.
I'm sure you see plenty. This is Lego on Mire, after all.
Excellent.
So, you make your way along like anyone late to a meeting by stuffing the sausage and bun in your mouth and running. I'm sure.
Mhm.
Just get mustard everywhere. I say mustard. It resembles mustard in that it's yellow.
Yeah, well, that's why you wear mostly black, because it doesn't really show most of the stains. So it's all good. You know.
Reasonable. So you all convene in the Department of Wilderness, which is responsible for looking after items of the wilderness and how they interact with civilization at least within Catharon, and in this case within the city of Lego on Mire. It's a building. It's got big windows, some grotesques up the top, and maybe some gargoyles to deal with the rain that never seems to truly go away.
Mm-hmm.
And you're let in. You will make your way to the office of Argil Volcamus, who is the head of Vlego and Mire's division of the Department of Wilderness. And you're all shown into his office. There's a half-elven man who looks like... Oh, everyone's here. Sorry? He It's a half-elven man who looks like he'd much prefer to be doing anything else than talking to you. Like many members of the department, he prefers to simply avoid thinking about the 17th Squad, but this doomed illusion of blissful ignorance doesn't seem to be holding up too well. The Sublime Cath Council have decided to reauthorize the 17th Squad in response to the pest problems in the urban area of Vlago-on-Mire. Your headquarters are located in... He flips through a notebook that he has sitting on his desk. 187V Skewer Street. I think I have a key somewhere here. He opens a drawer in his desk, pulls out a battered brown paper envelope speckled with dark stains, and tips a ring of keys out into his hand. He will hold them out to you and give them to whoever reaches for them first.
I'll reach for him.
No taking all,
Okay,
just lose
passes them to you. Is there anything else you need?
Instructions for what we're supposed to do about pest problem once we get there, or will we receive the instructions at the address?
I don't know, but if you want something to do, I'm sure I can find something.
I never
Maybe
said I
ask
wanted to
around,
do
see if anyone's got any rats they want dealing with.
Okay. So you don't have any particular sort of procedures for this wilderness thing? Doesn't seem right.
Well, he looks moderately affronted briefly. Well, I'm certainly... Look, the 17th Squad all quit several months ago, and I had no intention of reopening them. But forces greater than I have decided that the 17th Squad is a good idea, so it is now happening. If you want me to point you in the direction of anything, do say. But maybe I don't know. Maybe someone's shoved something through the letterbox at 187B, and that's got some information for you on it. I don't know. Go help someone with a cat up a tree.
Okay.
It's okay. We can take care of ourselves. We can find out a lot of information, and maybe we'll tell you what we found. Okay.
Excuse me, Mr. Boss fella. Why did the
But
previous squad
yes.
all kill it at the same time? And it's quite a euphemism for something. Is it like quit or
It is a
quit?
euphemism for they never turned up one day, if that is anything you want to say.
That's valuable information. Thank you very much.
I'm glad to have been of assistance.
What would we be able to, if necessary, get the assistance of our fellow squads, like, I don't know, 1 through 15 and 16, and anyone after 17? How many squads are there?
20. A good deal of them don't operate within the city. You would want to talk to squads 16 and 12, who operate in the other areas within the urban area of Vlago-on-Mire. If you need... I know we had a trouble a while back with the Department of Waterways and the sewers and the rats.
We
There was
admit
that
no fault.
Yes, I know they admit no fault. I've been over this extensively with them. They admit no fault for anything. Except for that one aqueduct. But anyway, the Department of Waterways, you will need to ask them if you want to go into the sewers to do anything, because that is their area. Although, I don't know. I wouldn't accept any help the Department of Waterways would give me, but you could ask them for help if you wanted. But just remember what happened last
Yes,
time.
it's okay. The waterways aren't so bad. We're not that bad, okay? Don't smear our pristine image, okay?
The pristine image of the sewer
Waterways
makers.
isn't so bad. Yeah,
I'm sure that the pristine image of the sewer makers is being smeared with all
look,
kinds of
you
things.
deal with the living thingies. Yeah, exactly.
And
But
some
you know, you deal with the
Some
bizarre living
eating
stuff,
get
and
inside.
I guess me too.
Mhm.
Oh, sorry?
What was that, Riggs?
can some maybe hit gently in the side with one of his arms to make us stop saying something.
Okay.
He is
I
annoyed
am.
with all of this.
I'm sorry, you're
Living-
breaking.
Yeah, Riggs.
Yeah, it's
hard
breaking up a
to.
little bit.
Try turning your video off and see if that helps with the
Yeah, sorry.
signal.
No problem. Is this better?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yep.
yes.
For
It's
now.
a lot better.
Sorry, but
Oh.
thank you.
No problem. My internet's garbage. So,
It happens.
Mm-hmm. I've been there.
I was about to say if it was possible to poke at from
Oh no!
Oh no!
It's breaking up.
Are you okay?
I think you're going for a
what is
tunnel.
happening?
Your signal is
Oh
Okay,
fuck!
the signal
Yeah.
is back up. Yay.
it's back up
Yeah.
now, but
It's
it's
sick.
It had
Go,
to
go,
I'll
go.
just be quiet and
no.
No, no.
No.
Again,
I
while
have
your
a
signal's
spare.
good.
Yeah.
No, I just find a spare mic.
Can you type it somewhere or?
Oh crap!
Oh yeah.
I'll
Oh.
type.
Yeah, the Vig's signal is 3 green bars at the moment, but it has gone to red and with just
A
one.
few times.
Yeah, and
I don't
Then
think I've seen
it's
it
gone to
at 3
orange.
bars the entire time until right
just
now.
Yeah. So, I think that the rule is at least one person always has to have internet difficulties or challenges. And
Oh yeah, we
yeah,
never stop having internet issues.
yeah.
That's the way of things.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's the way of things. It happens.
Yeah.
Internet is hard. Y'all, internet is hard.
Yeah. Yes.
Do any of the rest of you want to yell at Argyle in the meantime?
Okay.
Oh no.
Oh, okay.
Okay, yeah.
How do you
he's-
spell
Oh, in the
he's
Twitch.
put it in the stream chat.
Okay.
Ah,
Neat.
I had
Oh,
Okay.
I love them so much.
No
Oh,
one cares about them. Stewards.
just like
that's reasonable. We do. VC does have chat itself.
Mhm.
The name of Argyle is ARGYLL.
Okay, excellent. I love the sort of jabbing her with an elbow, like shut up. I want to be out of here. Come on.
Yeah, I mean, valid. Just
Don't get into any interdepartmental. Don't get into any interdepartmental scraps. At least not in the office of our boss, I suppose.
Mhm.
I
I'm
never
sure
get
those
into
won't be a
scraps.
problem.
I'm good as gold. And anyone who claims
gonna go?
otherwise is a liar.
I'll
it's
bear
okay,
that in
Pompino will have
mind.
your back. She knows that you have never done anything wrong ever.
That's right, Fishy. Hello. Yeah, that's right. She'll vouch for me that she's never thrown me out of any bar, pub, or other waterhole of any kind in like 1 mile. That's right, isn't it? Yeah.
Definitely.
Mhm. Bars are simply a
I
waste
don't
of
think they'll
money.
have necessary. I don't think you're necessarily helping your case, but is there anything, Argyle sighs, is there anything I could say that will get you out of my office faster?
I
Please.
can drag everyone out for you if you would like.
No,
Come
it's
on,
all right. We'll
everyone.
go. That's fine.
Yeah. Erlith
That-
is just walking toward the door, just like whatever, not even looking to see if anyone's following. Just like, I don't care anymore. I have the address. We're going.
Okay.
And
And
Mina will
in some
follow.
or-
She's not that confrontational.
Okay then. You make your way through the continually damp streets of Leguanma, zigzagging your way towards 160.
Oh,
Oh, sorry, 187. Okay.
oh.
You know,
While we're
it always
walking,
surprised-
while we're walking 297, Fergus will kind of also nudge Bombina like, thanks.
V, don't worry about it. And also, thanks, Thump, for not letting me throw hands at this guy. Look, everybody has their jurisdictions. Okay, everybody has their jurisdictions. We do our job. Wilderness does their job, and it's not anybody's fault when we have to work together and we
I'm
end
sure
up
nobody
not working together.
blames the Department of Sewers for what happened with, what's his name. Yeah, that was entirely on him, and not nothing to do with you. And the sewers are lovely and do not smell too bad in the heat of summer at all. It's absolutely fine.
I mean, they smell horribly, but also who cares? They're sewers. They're meant to smell.
Yeah,
Their
right.
job, their literal job, is to collect the smelly things
And
and
take it away.
the weirdness. Sometimes.
There's only one department that legitimately doesn't get their hands dirty by doing silly things like spreading horror secrets.
Hey,
There are no secrets. This town
Plausible.
is wonderfully
Damn.
open, like a book of secrets.
soggy,
Okay.
wet.
I've got a question in regards to secrets then. With as much rain as is in the air, how come we don't have fish swimming around in it?
Well, it's because it's air. It's mostly air, even though there's a lot of water, there's also air. Like if it floats.
I don't see
I don't
what the
know.
problem is because Nursians
I don't know
live
either.
underwater most of the time and they can be up here just fine in the air.
I mean, not gonna lie, I don't know because I'm amphibian. I breathe both water and air. I don't know. I don't understand the difference. I don't mind either. Don't know. But you make a very good point. We should ask some physicists. You should
It's
meet.
just I've only been here in the city for about a month and it just struck me as a thing that there should be at this point fish swimming in the air because it's
Tim,
mostly water.
You should
Everyone knows
definitely
that.
meet the priests that are like in like the clerics of my god, because we could solve so many issues, we could answer so many questions. There's so much knowledge, there's so many questions to be asked.
I mean, everyone knew that land sharks went extinct a few decades back, but that's been a while.
There could have been a resurgence.
They are, as people have often said, an abomination against gods and science. But the Department of Waterways has its own things to do sometimes. So you make your way, and you reach 187B Sewer Street. And it's not actually on the main road. Instead, it's located down a damp and narrow alley behind a foul-smelling shop that sells alchemical reagents.
I love the smell of Aquafortis in the morning. Oh,
I
no,
mean-
no, sorry.
Honestly, if the last 17th actually did walk away instead of dying, it would make sense. This doesn't seem like a very pleasant place.
No, it does not.
What? It's conveniently located. I mean, you have the nice chemical shop right here. It's all good. I mean, you can meet all of your alchemical needs except for the assembly. And I bet if you know,
Who's ever had any use for alchemy?
Alchemists.
yeah.
That's
Say
actually
It
Well,
that.
looks like someone's
Yeah.
also.
Yeah, say that.
It
Say
also
that
looks
in the.
like. Oh, sorry.
I'm sorry. Just say that about alchemists in the wrong quarter, and you will wake up to find yourself blown sky high. I think, or
Dissolved.
transmuted. Yes. Sorry.
You can do so many things with alchemy. It's great. It's like science but liquid.
My name's Fergus, by the way.
Let's
Hello.
science.
Ah, I forget. Sorry.
Hmm.
You can call me Tim.
Tim. Hi. And Fishy, actually, I've never actually asked your name. We're usually too busy. You're usually too busy yeeting me out of somewhere, or stopping me getting back in somewhere, or
Mhm.
Bambina, hey, if
Hi.
you want to know more about Ion Talv, my god, I can absolutely hook you up because it's all about knowledge. We do the knowledge thing. Also, hi, I am detached from the Department of Waterways. That's why I took it a bit personal when the asshole that's supposed to be our boss was
Big
being
boss
an
man.
asshole. Yeah, the boss man was kind of being an asshat, and I kind of took it a bit personal because, like, I mean, I'm from there, so, like, please don't insult it to my face. You can insult it to my back, but I would like to know anyway. But anyway, like, I would like to know.
Pump, mate, you might want to poke her in the ribs again. Just going off on one.
You know, if you poke someone in the ribs too often, they'll either punch you in the face or think that you're flirting with them and maybe punch you in the face. That's not a safe
I know,
thing
that's
to
why
do
I'm
all
trying
the
to get
time.
him to do it.
Oh.
Yeah, that's usually the answer to flirting. It's usually just whacking somebody over the face, sometimes with a great axe.
Mhm.
That seems like overkill. But
Usually.
yes,
As you. Oh, sorry.
It's mostly a
As
kill
you-
rather than an overkill, but tomato, tomato.
I'm sure there'll be an opportunity for that at some point. You head past the alchemy shop, which is called Porphysis Pungence, and you see down the alleyway that someone seems to have left a pile of wet rags on your doorstep. And that there is a door that leads to 187B Skewer Street.
Is it intact?
Is the door intact?
Yes.
The door is there. It doesn't seem to have undergone any damage. The paint is peeling, but it's present.
Okay.
The door is clear and present and not anywhere else.
Okay. And the peeling paint is not centered near the wet rags. Or is
Yeah.
Not that you...
Okay.
Good question. Not that you can see.
I'm
Okay.
going to poke the wet rags to
Yes.
see if there's anything that is alive in them.
Mm-hmm.
It whacks your hand away.
Oh.
I guess there's something alive in there. Hello? This is department property. I'm not sure that you should be sleeping on our doorstop.
Maybe they don't have any
I
place
sleep
else.
where I want.
Yeah. I mean,
You're
what
right
harm is
there.
it doing? It's not
I
really.
mean, the harm is mostly going to be on them if I step out of
Yeah.
the door and trip over them.
Well, I mean,
I
that's
don't want to hurt them.
that's a fair point. Maybe we can offer a better place than the steps, unless you find the steps to be,
Maybe-
comfortable or convenient.
Maybe
it-
there's
You, Naggy lad,
extra-
if we give you a silver, will you bog off?
or we
Well-
might have an extra room.
Yeah. Yeah, someplace that's that's a little bit less al fresco, a little bit more sheltered, but
Definitely
still.
less wet.
You want to
Yeah.
adopt the hobo? All right, fair.
Well, I mean,
Yeah, why not?
The pile of rags. The pile of rags sits up and holds up a hand.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can join in this conversation.
Well, true. But are you going to just stand here and argue, or did you want to go in or something?
I'm happy standing here arguing. I
Good
mean,
crack.
We're already soaked. It's not like we're going to get any wetter.
yeah, and I mean, and yes, the Ragamuffin is entirely welcome to contribute to this conversation, but you know, that's important, whether they're going to regularly sleep on our stairs or
Yeah.
our front
Also,
step.
I mean, this conversation is about you, so I mean, you should have an opinion.
We're talking
Yeah.
about you and to you.
Yeah.
K2, does the doorstep person vaguely resemble the piece of paper that was shoved in my face in any way?
No, not that you can see. This person appears to be a small, dishevelled, incredibly grubby human.
Okay, right.
Think?
Fair enough. Cheers.
Big shock of incredibly grubby white hair and a big grin
Oh, okay.
after a bit. So what are you? Oh, are you the people? Oh, right. Yeah, the last guys left in a hurry.
So we heard.
Left.
Yes.
Aye.
Yeah.
Ah, well, they came in one night, like 2 a.m. I think, and they were crashing around inside for ages, and then they just came back out again.
Okay, so they did. They went to an after
I'm
party.
sure they might have said something.
Yep.
They might have said something, but I'm sure I don't remember. They hold up a hand.
Of course.
I'm going to.
I don't know.
I'm going
Oh, I
to.
remember. Right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Mhm.
Hold on. I'm going to take a couple of the beads, the bead jewels or whatever they were, from
Oh, the randomized change. Yeah.
single pocket full of random coins and put those
Yay.
in their hand.
Ooh.
Oh, we got rig.
Right.
Yay.
Return of the rig. Okay. We've got the random assortment of coinage. By the way, has any of the other people in the group, do any of you have like knowledge local or something? Or something along those lines?
I have something, but not knowledge local.
I have
I don't
knowledge
think I've got
geography
nothing.
if
Mhm.
it helps.
But do I have that thing where I can roll it anyway without a
actually-
penalty?
Yes, you have bardic knowledge, which would be a particular bonus. And knowledge geography I would allow, actually. You can go ahead and roll that.
Ooh.
Is this rule including me?
Yeah.
You can, if you have local or geography or something along those lines.
Do I just roll it as a straight one without a bonus, or?
Bardic knowledge is a specific bonus. I can look that up for you.
I'll hunt for it.
And what when you
Ba-ba-da-ba-da.
roll it,
It's an 8
Yay.
knowledge
Yeah.
geography.
Yeah.
No, 8. It's a 10. It's 10, which is not good.
Yeah. Viggs, what were you going to say?
We're winning, Molly. We're winning.
what do I need
Okay.
to roll? If I have knowledge local.
You have knowledge local, then it would be a d20, to which you add your intelligence modifier and your ranks in knowledge local. And I forget if knowledge local is a class skill for monks, or unchanged monks.
Nope.
So apparently
yes,
I had
half your
my
class.
class level minimum 1, so I just put a 1 on it.
Yeah,
Right, cool.
okay.
That is an 11.
And that's
Knowledge,
sorry. That's your rank.
I'll write that down.
What does that cover?
Yeah, so a rank is plus 1, so it would be a d20 plus your ranks. So your rank number, which would be 1, plus your intelligence modifier.
That's 21. And the total,
Roll 20.
with the total bonus, it will be 26.
Ooh, nice.
Wait, so you rolled a 21.
Is that
I
26?
rolled a 19,
Oh, okay.
and with all of, oh wait, with total bonus, that's 5. So 24.
24 then?
Okay. Oh, 24. Okay, that's high.
19 plus 5.
Okay. That's, hold on. Counting out the coins, and doing some quick maths in your head, you're pretty sure the value of all these coins put together is more than a gold. So make of that what you will. You're handing some of these weird coins to this small grubby creature.
Actually,
Okay.
you know what? I am going to hand this weird grubby creature the entire bag of strange coins.
Nice.
Excellent.
The strange coins. Do you include
Except for the sea crab or whatever it was.
It's a sand dollar, but you don't know what a dollar is, so I called it a sand crab.
Right. Yeah, I know what a sand dollar is. I knew what you were getting at, but I was trying to think of what you called it. Yeah, a sand crown or a sand coin. I'm keeping that.
Okay. This small grubby creature. You're pretty sure they're a girl. You think from how their voice sounds. Takes your handful of money and thinks for it for a second. Who gave you this?
Nersian bard fellow that told me they were going to tell me a story and then didn't, and then pulled a card out and said that it was my card, but didn't explain what it meant. So,
Oh, did you see a Nersian hobo?
I wouldn't call them a hobo. I mean, I gave them
Oh,
a
there was
gold
a-
and they gave me change. Hobos typically take the money that you give them.
All right then. Just the cops are around looking for one, but probably not the same person.
Probably not.
And I wouldn't tell
Besides, if the patrols are looking for them, I mean, that's on them to find them, not us. We deal
That's
with
a
the
good point.
wilderness stuff now.
it's not our department.
Exactly.
I'm sure this won't come back at some point in the future.
Undoubtedly. Just when you least expect it.
Who's that? Anyway. Anywho, she looks at some of the coins you handed her and goes, well, it's not like I could spend any of them around here, but, what do you want? Oh, right, yes. What they were talking about when they were leaving. Oh, they were saying all sorts of things. What did you want to hear about, though? Why they were leaving?
That's a good start.
What they were weeping about?
That too.
all of the above. Hey, would you like to tell us inside? Because we do need to check out the place, clean up, maybe set something on the stove to eat.
Ooh, dinner.
Oh, sure.
I'm gonna unlock the door and let everyone else in first.
You open the door, and it sticks. You give it a bit more of a push, and you... Sorry?
Is that the sound the door makes when I open it?
Yes, obviously. No.
See your hand there. Doorbell.
Yes, perfectly timed. There's little ding. I don't know, one of those bells they have above the door in places. you push the door open, and you feel that you are dislodging a gigantic pile of unopened mail on the doormat.
Oh,
There's a gentle, slow, quite quiet, because it's just paper, as you push the door open.
looks like
And
we're
you
gonna
walk into an extremely wrecked office.
Oh, I guess that's why they didn't stop the post.
It looks like someone has gone into this place, pulled all the doors off the cabinets, gone through everything, and left a lot of it on the floor.
Reminds me of home.
Yeah, true. Bombina is just gonna try to see what the hell is happening in there. Like, what was it? She just wants to see a side of shit out of it.
Okay. Oh, sorry, are you investigating what happened here? That would be something like a perception, maybe?
Excellent.
I mean, I think most of us are wondering.
Yeah, perception is great. I like perception.
Perception's always good.
It's the most rolled skill in the game.
My
My perception is not great, so I'll let you all do that.
I keep insisting to use my ranks to roll dice. I
rolled a 14.
I keep asking you to roll dice, and I think that's honestly very rude of me.
I rolled a
No, man.
12 plus 8.
That's a 20.
It's a 20.
Okay. You have a poke around. There's this big pile of mail. Some of it is newspapers. It's Catherine Clarions going back months. It's Catherine Clarions probably going back exactly the number of months that the 17th squad has been closed. There's a bunch of mail. There's a couple of pamphlets from a group that are called the EOD, whatever that means. There's a thing about, there's a couple of wanted posters. There's actually another copy of that wanted poster that the guard showed you, but it's less wet. It's a version in a scarf, I guess. It's not anyone you recognize.
Do I recognize?
Yes. In the broadest possible sense, in the sense that it is a person who was wearing a thing who looks approximately like that. It's not like it's coloured in, it's not like it's very detailed.
Oh, fair enough.
It's like you could look at that and look at the guy and go, okay, that's probably supposed to be that person, but it's not. Police sketch artist this ain't. Or at least not a police sketch artist of any repute. Yeah, so it's a bunch of newspapers, a couple of pamphlets from the EOD, and maybe some other bits and pieces of various levels of helpfulness or plot relevance, so to speak. Do you want to read anything?
Oh, are we going to have to tidy this lot up?
Yeah.
I'll get on it.
If we're going to be tidying up the mail, can we sort it into piles like the newspapers?
Yes, we can. I used to work at
Give me a moment.
I'll go ahead and start picking up the items that are supposed to be in cabinets and putting them away. Small
And look
ragamuffin.
behind the door.
What was
Go
that?
that way around it. And there's a fumble go around the back of the door, push the door, try to close it, and go that way around it. And
So what?
try to
You close the door and
pick up all the stuffs and try to arrange it in a way that in 4 different what is it? Piles that will lay a trail after him. So there are 4 piles right where he stands, and he'll just go like a mole. And stuff.
Mhm. Cool.
So yell if you need me. You'll say before he jumps into the piles. All the piles will
Oh.
bury him.
Oh,
You live your best life, lads.
yeah. That sounds so good.
Okay.
I feel like
There's not a vast. Oh, sorry.
I was just gonna say I feel like we're gonna be the most efficient team in the wilderness department.
Just be
Some-
the best. No,
Somehow, I don't think that's saying very much, but
come
Probably
on,
not.
we might. You never know.
No,
this
they were
that is indeed
they were
true.
dissing the rest of the wilderness department.
All right. Okay.
Yes, yes. I'm sure that we will.
Ah, it's a burn.
Nothing burns around here.
Everything's too damp.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
it is unpleasantly damp in here. The carpets aren't doing great.
Yeah, is there a
Yeah,
fireplace or something that we can start a fire with all of this handy kindling that we're sorting through? Warm things up
You
and dry
burn
out?
several plot relevant notes.
Yes. Well, only the ones that we've sorted through and decided we don't want to pursue.
Saturday.
You could probably
May I
always
say-
get back
No.
copies.
May I say
Sorry,
something?
Rex? Sure.
It was just in the head something. That will sound a big thump, and then from the words, I found a rat, a rat, a rat. And then
Uruk?
one of his arms with a rat.
Ah,
He's trying to say rat, but it's from all the papers. It's hard to hear. And then they'll just come an arm out of the pile with a rat in it.
oh,
Oh no!
well, we don't want to burn the rats. That might, the hair, if nothing else, would make
And
it.
he'll just
Oh
Pretty
yeah,
smelly.
definitely. They deserve a
In the
really
direction of
nice
sound.
funeral.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
if the
assume you
rats-
file it under. I assume you file it under R.
So
For
file it
yeah,
under R.
for really
Powerful
Just-
rodents.
really dead.
Subsection bats.
Yes.
you
Okay.
your stuff and throw it down with where the sound came from.
Oh.
So, you're talking to some sort of small ragamuffin creature who was outside. Alternatively, you could be so I assume some of you are sorting through various piles of interesting paper-based detritus, and I guess some of you are burning copies of
in the
newspapers.
Department of Archives to attempt to form some kind of filing system.
Mhm. Well, we can
Some of
invert.
these are newspapers.
We can do
Yeah.
this and talk to Ragamuffin at the same time.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And all the main sorting that we need to do at this point could just be like burnable, not burnable.
Mm.
Or, that we should probably keep this or this doesn't look important. So
These are bills. We can burn
Hey,
them.
just pass me the stuff that you think doesn't look important and let me touch it first. I usually get kind of a idea of importance sometimes.
Yeah,
you want to fondle the kindling.
I want
Why
to
do you
fondle
fondle
the
the post?
kindling.
Okay.
I'll-
That's
that's fine.
Mm.
That's okay words. I accept your words.
yeah. Hey, it takes all sorts. That I am not here to judge. I'm here to
Big Tim
stab.
wants to bundle the post. That's fine. What you do on your own time, we'll burn it later. It's no problem.
Yeah.
No, we need to burn stuff now. Just hand it to me. That's enough.
Yeah.
And then I'll stick it in the fireplace.
All right, I'll stick it on the pile on this desk. What's left of this desk?
Okay, you look through some newspapers and you see interesting headlines from weeks and months in the past. You see headlines such as Sublime Cath Council holds secret elections. Following deliberations in the halls of the Grand and Sublime Cath Council, it has been determined that the next inductee to the council will be decided by secret ballot. Every citizen will vote secretly, and you will find out who you voted for when the next member of the High, Grand and Sublime Cath Council joins the consulate. Minor details such as the anonymity of the mellifluous High, Grand and Sublime Cath Council members will of course mean that the new member of our ruling council will remain unknown, but your vote will count, said an unknown masked figure, age unknown, a representative of the luminous, mellifluous, High, Grand and Sublime Cath Council, in a statement to the Clarion this morning. The voting itself will happen at a secret time and location within the next 2 weeks, and the results will be announced to those of sufficient clearance once they are tallied. There are more headlines. I could keep going. On the lighter side, a farmer near Vlago has been sending the Clarion vegetables that have grown in amusing shapes reminiscent of other objects. We will be displaying lithographs of the printable ones over the next month. The unprintable ones can be viewed at the Clarion's office before they are added to a stew. Some of the vegetables, however, are somewhat disturbing in aspect, so much so that the Clarion have made inquiries. Local alchemist Volar Zigvir, 51, has examined some of the potatoes that resemble screaming faces and claims that these are signs of hungry ghosts leaking through the groundwater.
Leaking through the groundwater.
Oh.
That sounds
I'm sure it's
plausible.
nothing. And,
The
as
Department
they
of
say,
Waterways
And
admits
nothing
no
to do
fault.
with you. Groundwater, that's
I'm sure it's nothing to do, anyway, there's no hungry ghosts in the sewers. The rats would eat them.
non-corporeal rats. What?
I'm going to read some more headlines. If you want me to read the attached articles, I can, or we can return to those later, because I don't want to be just talking all the time.
Honestly, getting those later in on Discord, that would be great because it's easier to write things up that way.
Yeah. But
Okay.
as we're going through the newspapers, though, if we do find any lithographs of suggestive vegetables, Elith will
Put 'em on the wall.
probably discreetly tear them out and stuff them in a pocket
Okay.
for later perusal. So, but please carry on.
What, is a centerfold some sort of suggestive vegetable?
No, just for reference.
Terrifying.
For future reference.
A centerfold vegetable, a vegetable centerfold. That's like
I read the articles.
Oh,
that would
look at
be
those
amazing.
turnips.
That would be
Oh.
because
that could be done so easily too.
yeah, that would be so.
Moving swiftly
Every
on.
food magazine, every food magazine
Oh my
needs a
God.
centerfold.
Yes. Oh, okay.
Moving swiftly on.
Butternut squash could be so useful in this.
Moving swiftly on, I'm begging you.
Okay, sorry. Yes.
Headlines. Ominous skylights over Yurkaful. Mystery menhirs, the obelisks of Yurkaful. Letters. Dear editor, I am outraged that you are printing such noxious drivel in your disreputable rag. The nation of Catharon was founded 1,000 years ago to this day, founded on the principles of free, fair, and secret elections. The Sublime Cath Council does not need fools and news bodies running their mouths about our elections in public and making them less secret. Yours, disgusted of Lego on Maya.
Oh.
Outbreak of sliming sickness in Nurkshal. Sewer system megalomania, truth or fiction?
How old
Quote,
is this
there
the
is-
thickness one?
Sliming sickness, that is about a week
Oh shit!
ago.
I mean, sorry. Like,
Nurkshal isn't that nearby, but it's a thing to be concerned about, maybe. Sewer system megalomania, truth or fiction? There is no curse of creeping megalomania that affects people who work on the watercourse infrastructure of our city, said Peregrine Blackthroat, Lord of Sewers, 43, in a prepared statement earlier today.
Imagine Bombina just
and you-
finds that one is like on the burning pile.
No, that's
Worry
fine.
about that
Look,
one.
I'm sure the fact that Bombina has previously worked in the Department of Waterways has had no ongoing effects on her psyche or level of megalomania. I'm sure it's a perfectly normal level of megalomania.
The
You actually
Department of
find...
Waterways admits nothing.
no, it doesn't. Except about that one thing. But we don't worry about that too much.
There's maybe, but also no.
Oh.
Look, we don't worry about many things, and if we worried about everything the Department of Waterways did, we'd never stop worrying. Anyway, we also run into the one...
You know, it's why they're
Yes.
waterways. Don't worry about the sewers. You don't want to know the shit that goes on in there.
Honestly, if we're supposed to
Literally
be
and
taking care of things
figuratively.
based on what we've got here, I'm very interested in the vegetable problem because even though it's a sewers issue, it's affecting the wilderness side of things. So we should probably take a look into that.
It's
Can we
possible
file
that,
that one under
because it's got...
Take a nib later?
What?
The vegetable one, you want to file me under? We should look into this one.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Aye, all right.
Yeah. I mean, anything underground, I mean, sewers, vegetables, I think, you know, they could be related. Yeah, sure.
You find
Now, if
also
we end
the...
up having to go into the sewers, I suggest we pass that on to the Department of Waterways and hands off.
Rightfully so.
Well,
That's how bureaucracy is supposed to work, right?
that's assuming that the bureaucracy
Functions.
works. Those are two words that usually don't go together.
It's
terribly
assuming the
well.
bureaucracy
Our
hasn't gone up
bureaucracy,
knocking on the
obvious-
medical rant and gone all sort of.
Mhm.
Our bureaucracy obviously works. The city has not fallen, and even though we don't know what they do, something happens.
Mhm.
entirely plausible.
Mhm.
But you also find the one from... You also find one from earlier this week, which Thump ran into earlier, which is local snack vendor claims sausages are made with meat from an animal.
I knew
Sometimes
it.
it appears to be impossible to make one's way across the ooze market without purchasing foodstuffs of non-specific provenance from Mr. Snacks, the well-known merchant with a cart, an umbrella, and an all-concealing mantle. They primarily sell sausages, the buns to put them in, and a variety of, quote, fully organic, unquote, sauces. Such
Can you file
claims
that one
have...
under
Dad.
complete and utter boggin?
Such claims have, however, got them in trouble with the Department of Sustenance in the past. It is our understanding that the claims made by one Mr. Snacks are literally true, said Franka Ivdrak, 38, of the Department of Sustenance's Encased Meat Grating Standards Compliance Squad. While the department cannot in good conscience recommend their array of quote, snack, unquote, quote, foods, unquote, it is legal for them to ply their trade in the ooze market. The department are working on closing the meat definition loophole.
Riggs just said Thump will poke his head out and ask if something special is needed.
Mhm.
What, for the sausages or for
No.
the filing?
More likely the paper stuff,
Ah, the paper stuff.
like a newspaper. You
Mhm.
can hear you talk about all the sausages, but also like vegetables and newspaper and stuff.
Specifically, a specific set of piles for vegetables, the weird shaped vegetables. The alchemist, I can't remember his name.
Mhm.
Ominous skylights, that should have its own pile.
Mhm.
Run that
And
under O for ominous, or S for skylights, or G for glass.
No. Ominous skylights, one pile.
Oh, this is just
Separate.
the further
This is-
information. Don't burn it pile.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
And
That's
then
And we can file it under O for ominous later.
we also
so-
need a
Right.
pile for Mr. Snacks because that seems like a business we might want to invest in.
Yeah, and I can recommend Mr. Snacks for sure because I had one of the
Completely
sausages
legitimate.
earlier and I have not died yet. So
Also,
Oh, that's
anyone who can one up the Department of whatever that was, the
Sustenance.
Department of Sustenance, and stay on the street is a friend that we want to have.
We make
exactly.
sure you get the bare minimum food.
Do you
Hi,
reckon any of you have? Do you reckon any of you have ever been to the Department of Sustenance?
No, because I'm
No.
assuming that people who go to the Department of Sustenance do not come back.
Honestly,
Oh
I
no,
don't
they absolutely
remember.
do. They deal with like farms and stuff.
That's what people want you to think.
I can't
I'm
remember
not
the
sure
name
that-
of the department that I came from.
Which department
Yeah.
did you come from?
That happens. No, it probably wasn't about sustenance.
No, I don't think it was sustenance.
Maybe we should go meet Mr. Snacks, and maybe we should get our lunch from him.
Oh, hey, that's
whatever.
a great idea. Do you want to go get us some snacks, Bambina?
Yeah,
Oh, I think that was,
definitely.
do you want me to go with you and show you the way, or are you good?
Yeah, I would love to. If you want to, of course. If you find these news too interesting, it's okay.
Sure. Well, no, it would be.
Oh, the
It would be
piles will
great to
still
see-
be here. We'll talk about it more when you get back.
Yeah.
Over
Yeah.
lunch.
May
Can I one with
Sure.
extra
I?
probably mustard?
What's that,
Sorry.
right?
Yes, Rex?
May I say so? Yes. Some table took out one and broke down, and the piles will start rumbling, and he will from where he from the last place that you people see him, he will come out here and just
Mhm.
push a big pile of newspapers and stuff that you ask for.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
thanks,
sweet. Thank you.
And
That was-
coffees. Anything.
I like him. He can stay.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Anyway,
Yes. Much appreciated.
as everyone knows, there are 7 departments of Catharon: the Department of Waterways, the Department of Wilderness, the Department of Arcanum, the Department of Sustenance, Belligerents, Stones, and no others. That's all 7 departments, in
I
case
think
you're
I was
wondering.
Arcanum, wasn't I?
You might want to think. Yes.
Yes.
Sure. Let's say that you're working in one of the
Yes,
archives.
it was the archives of the Arcanum department.
there. Okay. All right then. So I heard that was it Bombina and Earlith were heading
Yes.
out for
Yes.
Our
street
first
food
party's
because
planned.
apparently
Ooh.
you haven't heard what a restaurant is, I guess. Okay.
No, we're supporting the
takeaway.
local. Yeah, street food supports the local economy. Restaurants could be chains. Who knows? You know, we're supporting
And-
the underdog.
And we might be
Literally
able to
change.
give him business eyes and create
Mhm.
a local chain and get some income from it. This
Yeah,
is an urban wilderness, and we want to be the top dogs, right?
yeah, just want
Neighborhood
just want to
definitely
be
needs
left alone.
gentrifying.
Left alone
You head
requires
down.
being left alone
You head
requires
out.
being the biggest bear in the cave.
Or the sneakiest bear.
I'm not
Fergus
much
will
for
give some
Wolverines.
copper coins or however it many required to get like a hot dog with a ridiculous amount of mustard on. Probably mustard.
Mhm. Probably mustard. Yes.
Can I have some extra
Well,
green
so-
bits as well?
Ooh.
You
No,
select
really,
your
they're really good,
various
aren't they?
interesting options and head out towards a head out towards where you think Mr. Snacks is. Of note, if you were to walk into the Department of Sustenance's main office, there is a picture of Mr. Snacks just behind the front desk, with a sign underneath that says, "I wouldn't."
Oh.
Running anyway.
You know
And
what?
so you head off.
I would trust local street vendors more than the Department of Sustenance, whose leadership we have no idea of, and who voted them into office to begin with.
The
The
secret.
Cath Council,
Yes,
who
exactly.
are, well, the Cath Council are infallible. It's in one of the bylaws.
Oh yeah.
It's in one of the bylaws.
Yes.
It's absolutely how it goes here. I would absolutely trust somebody who we like. The secret process is a good process, okay? It's just how it be. It's fine.
Mhm.
But also, like, Mr. Snacks might be interesting simply because it's not that.
Yeah, they sell mystery meat. Emphasis on the mystery.
Hey, it's okay. We're off. Get the fifth meat.
Ah, from the department.
You open the door of the office of the 17th Squad of the Department of Wilderness, and there is a box standing outside across the alleyway, directly across from the entrance. It is brightly coloured, and it says across the top of it, "Apothecary Trading Machine." It is a cabinet with a glass front and a variety of different vials and stuff inside.
And it's basically at our neighbor's doorstep, right?
No, you don't have any neighbours. It's just directly across the alleyway from the entrance of from the entrance to your office or your place of work, I suppose.
Hey, Erlen,
Mm-hmm.
wanna check out the package?
Oh, sure.
Maybe it's
Sure.
for us.
Yeah.
And if not,
yeah.
maybe we can, do some unofficial postal job. Postal. You get the point.
Yeah. Indeed. Well, we'll take a look at the package, maybe poke it with a dagger or the end of a foot if it seems safe
Or a
enough.
great axe.
Oh, great axe is also good, but oh,
Looks a bit
apothecary
like this.
is so cute. Okay,
Wow.
sorry. I love the font.
Yes.
Thank you.
And okay, so
Does it have little legs?
It does appear to have little legs.
yes. Okay. So
I
we have-
have gotten a little overexcited.
I know.
You poke this machine that has appeared apparently from nowhere with something sharp, you're saying?
Yeah, but not. Well, the most important thing is something hopefully not part of us.
Look,
in or-
we don't
yeah.
poke it, we just gently
Kinda-
touch it.
Yes.
Let's be
Like-
clear, we're not rolling an
It's a bit-
attack.
Mm-hmm.
Just
Yeah.
Okay,
touching it.
I believe you.
Like that.
Boop.
Yeah,
It appears
just-
to be solid.
It
That-
doesn't.
that is good. Okay, so
Each of the colourful vials inside has a little label that explains what its price is. They seem reasonable in terms of price. They are the standard thing. They are the standard price for potions that you can find in various rule books for
Mhm.
Pathfinder in this case. And there is a slot, and there is a little sign that says "Put money in here."
okay.
Put money in here.
Oh,
Wait.
I think
You
it says
should
"Pay here."
You should go and find out if Mr. Snacks actually has a food product called money, however they want to spell it, and then
Oh.
get some of that and feed it into the slot and see what happens.
Oh.
I'm sure you would appreciate. I'm sure that sounds like a plan without flaw or possibility of error. I will not dissuade you from it.
Yes. Okay.
Ooh, chocolate coins, like Sage says.
Yeah, good
Ooh.
idea.
It's a shame you gave all your strange money to that kid.
Hey, the
Yeah.
kid's
Who
still
is
within
presumably
reach.
still in the room with us, watching
Yeah.
us file things.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, and I don't know if guilt actually exists in this world.
It effectively does, for the sake of expediency. There are different coins between the nations. We are mostly abstracting them away,
Cool.
unless I am drawing attention to them, like the weird handful of coins that Tim got.
Okay.
Honestly, I figured that the handful of coins would be an interesting plot thing, but I also am Tim and Urchin that's helping us, kind of.
Mhm.
Why not share what was
Yeah.
shared with me?
Yeah, unexpected windfall, might as well. Yes.
They're a sweet Tim.
And so,
Bombina will throw caution kind of out of the window, and she will look for
Got
the
a fight with the
cheapest-
machine?
Oh no, yes, she will actually look for the cheapest item.
mhm,
How much is the cheapest item actually?
mhm.
The
And
cheapest
what-
you can get a potion for is 25 gold.
Oh, that's a lot.
Yeah.
That's expensive.
Right.
She will just stroke gently pat the machine, and be on her way. She will be like, "See you later."
The machine doesn't do anything, but it doesn't do anything in a particularly disappointed way.
Alright.
Well, okay. Could we go halvesies?
Did you try haggling with the machine?
We could go halvesies. Oh my god, they're less. You're brilliant. Yes.
Okay. Well, okay. What does the label say that the cheapest, the 25 gold item is?
They are the equivalent of 0th level potions. They're the equivalent of cantrips or 0th level spells.
Okay.
So they are things like Arcane Mark, Guidance, Light, Purify Food and Drink, Resistance, Stabilize, or Virtue.
Maybe we could get a purify food and drink.
And then put it on
Don't
something
bring
that Mr.
anything.
Snacks gives you.
You get me.
And just watch,
We may-
it will just
No.
explode
thing
into
that
a
I have.
sodium flame.
I
No,
like
no.
that.
You just apply them to each other and they annihilate like their
Yeah.
antimatter. Just there's a small, a large explosion then.
Mhm.
You just bring two completely inimical things into contact with each other.
Sounds fun.
Yeah.
Isn't that what they did when they brought us together as the 17th squad?
True.
It's difficult to tell, honestly.
Okay, excellent. So, going halvesies on a purification. Yay.
Okay, you put 25 gold into the machine. There is a clunk, and you can open the door
Mm-hmm.
and presumably reach in and grab the one you asked for, or the one that you paid for. You could, of course, try to pick up one of the ones that you didn't pay for. They don't
Yeah,
seem
but
to be
why would we
attached to
rob the
anything,
machine?
but
Yeah.
why
Mysterious
would you,
machine.
indeed?
Yeah.
I don't know, you could have a fair push.
Do it!
I
What's your alignment / personality / do you like stealing things?
little bit.
Ooh.
So
What's your backup character, by the way?
don't have one.
Do not defend
Barely
the
have
apothecary
one.
machine gods.
Yeah, barely have this character.
Molly, when anyone asks you what your
Mhm.
backup character is, you hold up a second sheet that is a photocopy of the current sheet.
With the name
Good.
crossed out. And
Yes, completely different person. Yes. Okay. In the area where you reach in to collect the potion, is
Yeah, you just open the front door,
yeah.
basically, and then all the shelves are visible.
Okay, so it's not like a little thing with a door that you push open and there could be teeth or hands or
There are
something to
no,
trap your. Okay.
the machine has no visible teeth.
visible teeth.
Okay.
I can only tell you what's visible and what isn't.
Okay.
I tell you the universe as you observe it. It is for you to make things of it.
Okay, well, I don't know how cool Bombina is with lifting things, helping herself to extras from a machine, since we are
She
not.
is, how do I say this? Lawful.
Okay, then I will.
Well, lawful
be-
could be a personal code.
She's lawful neutral, so she's not actually against it. Like she would be very curious, but also she wouldn't think of it herself. Like it's
Okay.
one of those things where, like,
It's
if
the
somebody
machine.
wants to swipe
Mhm.
stuff from the machine, she won't oppose it, but also she won't encourage it.
Okay.
It's one of those you do you, friend.
Okay. I think since we're still all kind of getting to know each other as a new team, then I will just take the one potion that we actually bought. Fine. And
Nothing
close.
happens when you take it out of the machine.
That is probably a
The door
relief.
closes on its own.
Oh. Without trapping me. That's encouraging. I will hand the
It
potion
gently
over to
swings
Bombina.
shut.
And
You now have one potion / it's not quite a potion because you apply it to something, but it's not really an oil, and I think it would be kind of gross to apply an oil to something you were going to eat.
a
So
gel.
it's a
Yeah.
it's a
A salsa.
infuser. It's a salsa of purified food and drink. I assume it's inexplicably blue raspberry flavored.
Okay, so more of a chutney, perhaps.
A chutney of purified food and drink. I can just keep saying things. A preserve
Okay.
of purified food and drink.
A
A
confit.
butter of purified food and
Particularly well
drink.
with corrupted cheese.
Okay. Okay, so
You have survived an encounter with the Apothecary trading machine.
yay!
I love
Hey.
it so much.
Yay! And
Let's face the
I
vending
will
machine alone.
Erlith
You
will
have given it
carefully
money. It may stick around more.
will carefully pat it on the head, as it were, or the top of the machine if they can reach that high, and say thank you.
It's about
And-
chest high overall.
Okay, then yeah.
So it's made of like metal and ceramic, I think.
Okay. Oh, nice. And I assume no reaction when I say thank you, but I was not expecting one. Or at least Erlith was
It is.
not.
It is the strong and silent type. It doesn't say anything.
Fabulous. Okay. Now I want to get a little hat for it and balance it on the corner at a rakish angle. Strong and silent, with maybe a long trench coat, fedora.
The machine does not accept alternative payments.
Oh, that is fine. But it would purely be a gift, not a payment. Okay.
The machine will remain here. The machine has no beginning or no end.
Excellent.
It merely waits.
Waits to
And?
dispense.
Good to know. We may need that more if the rumors about Mr. Snacks are true. We may have to.
And therefore, you head off to the thing you were actually planning to do that I sidetracked you from. I could have just not put the machine there.
No,
May I
no,
have Mr. Snacks?
Mr. Snacks. Hello. Hello
It's-
again.
They're relatively easy to find because they hang around on street corner near the Ooze Market, which is a market that was built over the River Ooze.
Love that.
Actually, I may have some box text about this, actually, because of course I
That's
do.
you said it was
That
Ooze,
smile is-
O-O-Z-E, not like the one in York.
No, it's spelled differently.
Yes. Yes, it's spelled differently than the one in York. It is O-O-Z-E. So you might, it's a weird little spelling, but where are we?
See, Mr. Snacks has a very trustworthy smile. The art says everything.
Absolutely.
Mr. Snacks is a
You're
friend.
pretty sure that's a mask of some description.
It's a smiling mask, so that's obviously trustworthy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Why would anyone have a smiling mask if they weren't trustworthy?
Exactly.
exactly.
yeah. And that skill with the.
I can
the
find no
acrylic.
fault within your logic.
Good.
Oh yes. The River Ooze became notorious due to the very large amount of toxic and unpleasant market effluences that had been piped into it, leading to the Neighborhood Association for Fragrance complaining that parts of the river were gaining independent and blasphemous life. The Department of Stones quickly stepped in and paved the noxious river over in order to make sure that it was the Department of Waterways' problem instead of theirs. There is a creature with a handcart selling some sort of processed meat product. They're swathed in layers of thick cloaks, scarves, and coats, and you can just about see a pair of eyes gleaming beneath the all-consuming hood. They notice you glancing in their direction and wave of a gloved hand. You've been eating sustenances? Come, look, see at Mr. Snacks' delicatessen of delicious delights, made with real meats from real animals, guaranteed. It indicates a variety of sausages and associated meaty lumps arranged on a grill on their handcart.
Okay. Excellent. Just out of curiosity, do you have a vegan option? Just for variety.
What is and vegan?
And vegan, not real animals, more like plants. Hopefully real plants, but
You know
you
those sexy vegetables?
yes, the sexy vegetables. To go with the sexy sausages.
We'd be not having the sexy vegetables.
Oh, no sexy vegetables. Okay. Well, okay, that's fine. Just wondering, for some variety, because you're very conveniently located to our headquarters
Plant.
and plant.
You want sausage of plant meat, yes?
Yes.
That would be for a change occasionally. Yeah.
Would be difficult to be hunting of plants. We'll see what we can do. We'll be back in a few days when we have defeated something suitable.
Hold on first. Don't leave yet. We need to get lunch.
Oh, we wasn't. Would be at night.
Oh.
That is when the planters is sleeping because the sun is not shining.
Oh no.
It
What have
melts.
I done? Oh no. Oh. Okay. So, how many? Let's see. How many sausages do we need, though? We need 1, 2, 3,
1, 2,
4, 5.
I didn't actually get you to
5,
pay
6.
for the last sausage. I didn't actually get you to pay for the last one. I assume it's on the house.
Oh. Okay. I'm sorry.
Six be having sausage.
Make
Okay.
it 7, actually.
Yeah. And what?
7 be having sausage.
7. 7 be having sausage, and do you have any side dishes like chips or
Bun. Bun. Sausage. There is sausage and there is bun. And there is yellow sauce.
Oh, okay, and the green stuff you did. The green stuff this morning was
Yes,
excellent.
sprouts. Made with, I picked it myself.
Yes.
I think Mr. Snack
Oh.
needs to create a red sauce too.
Ooh.
And maybe
I-
a white sauce.
Red
Oh
sauce.
God, no.
Like yellow sauce, but red. We'll have to
Yeah.
find creature that bleeds that way. Okay,
Oh no.
No, Mr.
we'll be having the sauce that is red by the time that you'll be returning here, probably tomorrow. Maybe longer. Mr. Snacks is powerful, but not very powerful.
Excellent. Well, look forward to trying all of your new products. This will be excellent. And
We are being here or in the undermarket,
Undermarket.
which is secret place, although not very secret. It's located in many of location, but mostly in location, and they point just directly downwards. Mostly in location under Ooze Market.
Okay, excellent. Is there a an easy entrance from here in this area, or just
They point in the direction of a nearby manhole cover.
Okay.
It's stamped with the logo of the Department of Waterways.
Good to know that we have official sanction for this visit. So, excellent. We will pass the word along, and perhaps, I think Bombina. I think people would want to go. To the
Oh,
market,
yeah.
but- yeah. So, excellent. Thank you so much. It's awesome to know where else we might be able to find you for
yeah.
future business.
We
So,
are being among many places, many locations. Look for us in objects and places.
Do you need any help?
Are you
Does
trying
we
to?
need any help?
Thinking of backup.
We are perfectly fine be having of this place that we be having, and the cart is very lovely, and the rats are juicy at this time of year, and the river scorpions are easy to catch. So everything is wonderful. Did you want a river scorpion? I think we'll be having them on sticks sometime soon, probably
on a stick.
when the traps fill up.
That's so
Fine.
cool.
Oh my God.
Thanks, Mr. Snacks.
Honestly, I kind of knew where the actual animal meats were coming from. So,
On a stick. Yes.
hey, he is
Well-
not lying. It is animal meat.
Mhm.
Well, I don't know. It depends on whether you like river scorpions or not.
Oh.
Doesn't matter whether or not one likes them. It is still meat.
Also be true. Well, it's not. Well, you know, for all you know, it's from all sorts of sources. And it's certainly not that they were talking about. I think they were probably talking about rats on sticks or something.
Oh,
You can get those too.
diversifying.
And the rats are in the filing cabinet.
Well,
I mean,
we could actually we could provide I'm lacking words for some reason. Basically sell the surplus rats pre-killed to Mr. Snacks. Fresh, guaranteed fresh, organic, free range.
organic free range. Holy shit!
I'm not sure you can claim organic and free range without some sort of check for lying to the face of an innocent food cart vendor.
Okay.
They can
can try.
Free range.
Well, okay. How about
The cat
foraged?
window do not know it.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, we could wild caught. 100% foraged.
From their natural habitat.
Yes, exactly. Sustainably harvested.
Yeah, exactly. They're sustainable.
This is called market.
Mr. Snacks listens to your discussions of
Oh
just
no.
straight up lying with a certain degree of trepidation.
Oh,
I mean, we're not actually lying. We're
We're
trying
just-
to present our merchandise properly.
we're putting a
And
spin.
Mr. Snacks should know that this is important.
You do have an actual job that is not related to selling dead rats to
It's a side
food
hustle.
vendors.
It's a
I mean, yeah,
it's a
but
side
who
hustle.
cares?
That's all.
This is
Yeah.
this is an excuse for them to drag back the corpses of the things that we kill for Mr. Snacks to create new and fun snacks out of.
Yeah, we're recycling, and that is a sustainable process, and the Department of Wilderness should be supporting our endeavors in that aspect.
And if not, who cares?
it-
We just have, it's like our second job.
Yeah. And what were you going to say, Vince?
Third.
And yes, I just was that and what's it about now? I forgot.
Oh,
Sorry.
sorry.
Valid.
Well, and okay. Yeah. But if Mr. Snacks does not want our, grass-fed, free range, wild caught, rat carcasses, then that's fine. We will not force the issue. We can just always, find another buyer.
Is many a claiming being of the Mr. Snacks that the things that we are being hunted ourselves. So it is not that we are maligning or being maligning of your rats, but we did not hunt them with our own claws and so forth.
Entirely understandable. Yes, the artisan drive. To make everything and obtain everything with your own hands and claws. That is definitely worthy of respect. And by the way, if you need any, marketing pushes to highlight the attention to detail and your personal involvement in your product, then please do let us know, because we love your product. We love the attention, the dedication that you have to it, the level of involvement that you have. I'm sure that would be a big draw for a lot of customers.
Is fine. Not be telling too many peoples of the Mr. Snacks, because last time some people will be coming from the department of the sustenances with sharp things.
Oh.
It made an awful. It did make an awful mess.
Oh dear. Well, okay. Well, just let us know if you change your mind at all. And so we've got. Do we have enough mustard,
Happy-
Bambina? Or mustard-like
Happy
substance?
for being customers.
Oh, very happy customers. And are we all set, Bambina?
Yeah, we are totally set.
Okay. Then I guess we shall gather up our sausages and our yellow sauces and green sprouts bits and head back.
That would probably run you to, let's say, 3 silver for the lot, which is 0.3 of a gold if you are interested.
Okay.
And you have defeated the food vendor puzzle, I suppose.
Can pay that herself, and then she will be like, "It's okay. We will write. We will write it as expense, as like work expense."
Yeah. Excellent.
I thought you were going to say that you were going to write up a review.
Oh, that's another
yeah.
that's another side gig that we could do. We could have the equivalent of a town crier, but they would Yelp. So it would be a Yelper who could go around and shout restaurant reviews that we are paid to share.
CK2, you were worried that we wouldn't make our own plot.
Yeah.
Yes. What what is it?
Worried is the term, yes.
Entrepreneurship in Pathfinder.
I mean, look, if you're
Yes.
gonna give us bureaucracy, we will take it and turn it into entrepreneurship.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
just how it
I'm
is.
sure you'll all enjoy being entrepreneurs. Yeah, I'm sure that'll be fine. You make your way back to the neatly sorted rooms now, or at least it's mostly neatly sorted. There's still probably a bunch of broken cabinets and stuff on the floor and whatnot in that office. There's a couple of broken windows, I think.
As they walk back, Bombina will be like, "Oh damn, I forgot to cast detect magic. I really wanted to cast detect magic on them, and I completely forgot. And oh, we really need to go back there with some excuse or another." Another
Rick
day.
says, how many rats have we found while we were tidying up?
Roll me d10.
Ooh.
Do you want to roll the d10, Rex?
I shall find it.
Roll for rat magnitude.
Eight.
Right. Okay, you have managed to find and dispatch 8 rats without too much trouble. Since these are normal-sized rats, and you're at least reasonably trained people in the arts of fighting, I'm not even going to make a combat about them. They simply encounter you and perish.
Oh, that would have been so... Okay, so I'm going to die from a suspicious sausage. And then if the people back at the office had died from rats, that would have been
ironic.
Ignominious. Yes. Oh.
Well, such is life in the Department of Wilderness. And maybe even death.
We'll carefully file them under R for rats.
Yep, they're all in the filing cabinets. The filing cabinets are mostly empty, partly filled with rainwater sometimes, and want to take some of that out. It looks like all the files, if there were ever any, would have been taken, and barely anything has been left behind that isn't just junk or the only things left behind are junk, rats, and junk mail.
Useful stuff gone.
You're not sure that there's necessarily any space for any of this useful stuff, but, maybe there should have been some books or something. There are some shelves with tatters of paper in some of the other rooms. There's a room that looks a little bit like a kitchen, except someone's tipped everything over, gone through all the cupboards, and dropped a bunch of stuff on the floor where it's then broken. And yeah, it seems like the place has been in fact thoroughly trashed. And you've got a bunch of pamphlets and newspapers and unopened mail of various forms.
Is there any
evidence
that
and
there
rats.
any useful files? Like, are there any?
You cannot necessarily
divided?
infer from an absence, but there certainly aren't any useful files now.
So
any dividers? Oh, that's a good point. There are a bunch of dividers.
Like, do the filing cabinets have a thing saying open cases or anything like that? Like, is there evidence that there used to be files? I can perception roll if you want.
Yeah, sure. Roll me perception.
Alright, I shouldn't have said that. Perception is garbage, but here we go.
You said it, not me.
My perception is in fact garbage.
There are no files. You assume that there were never any files, or maybe that, the filing cabinets are here for decoration purposes.
I say that.
And
actually, running your hands, Tim, over a bunch of these various things, you get like little impressions of what went on here, and a couple of tiny impressions of what went on here just before the end, which was a relatively short period of time in the lifetime of this office and of this space. you get a sense of great urgency and maybe lingering horror. And also, there's something weird. This pamphlet, like, it tickles your memory, kind of, for this EOD pamphlet. It's like, you don't like this. Like, this is an opinion that rises to the surface of your brain from before, or from the nebulous before.
What's
You
the
have a
pamphlet
sort of...
say?
The pamphlet says that the EOD are a group of like-minded people that look through the world in order to work out what is going on. It's kind of vague and full of platitudes and odd stuff, and it's talking a lot about beaches and fish and some other bits and pieces. It's honestly very difficult to tell. It's not written very coherently.
Uh-huh. I'm gonna
They're
slip
talking
that
about stuff like somnobenthic layers and what can be found in them.
Stuff like what and what can be found in them?
Somnobenthic layers.
I'm not sure I understand those words.
No, you're not.
Okay, good.
In or out of character.
I'm going
Yeah,
to...
but you have a sort of reaction to it, like you just sort of internally roll your eyes when you look at the logo on the pamphlet, or something like that.
And
Yeah, Anil in the Twitch chat has actually spelt it correctly.
Somnobenthic.
Thank you. Seeing it written down helps.
Yeah, that's helpful.
So my
Although,
auditory processing here sometimes.
right, and also a terrible voice changer. Yeah.
well, also they're words that I'm not familiar with, so my brain
Yeah.
wouldn't actually put them together.
It is indeed a made-up word.
But from recognizable roots. So
And is the logo anything specific or just something that causes me to have a reaction?
It's just swirly with EOD in the middle of it. Just the letters.
Okay. All right, I'm going
Again,
to go.
because the other EODs, living or dead, are completely coincidental.
I'm going to slide that pamphlet into my backpack. Just, I don't like it, but there's got to be something there that I might figure out later. I also don't like not knowing why I don't like things.
Legit.
that's fair.
Have the other two come back with dinner yet?
I don't know.
Yeah, but at this point they have arrived with weird sausages.
Ah, great. What'd you get?
Actual genuine guaranteed meat, probably named as well,
Ooh, fancy.
with yellow sauce, and we've also got some green bits over here as well.
Yeah.
So
Brilliant.
and it came, and they threw in the buns for no extra charge. So score.
That's great.
Yeah, they were not particularly keen on partnering with us to expand their business practices through meat provision or advertising, but I have hope though.
When you keep things artisanal, do they?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's a very hands-on personal operation, or claws-on, I should say. Sorry. But anyway, hopefully good sausages. Eat up, everybody. Sorry, Vix.
Vegas would literally like heartily hoover up the food. Sorry, Riggs.
Then you take one and ask. Chunks poisoned? He'll ask is poisoned. But he will
Ah,
not say
Well,
some.
I can detect
He almost said
poison.
several words.
Yeah, well, I had one of the sausages earlier this morning for breakfast, and I'm still here. Haven't died
Bombina
yet.
Don't
will actually wave her hands around and do like the magic thing, and will actually cast detect poison and detect magic on them.
It is not magical. It is. There's a long pause. Not poisoned.
Not nutritious or helpful. Healthful, but okay. Now I'm wondering.
Okay, it's not magical and it's not poisoned, so she will, if the table isn't already like cleaned and cleared and whatever in the, I assume there's a
Wait.
kitchen.
Just in case it's something that's not technically magical, I'll check it out for something else, just so that everyone feels a little bit safer. I'm going to pull out a mirror from my pocket and point it towards the food and cast Detect Psychic Significance.
Ooh.
Lucas is still like
That
wolfing
isn't
the
act-
food down. Like has not noticed that anyone has in any way been checking it for poison.
Let me check the wording of the spell.
Go ahead.
Oh God.
Is this psychically significant? Significant psychic imprints or histories that can be read by this occult skill or items under the effects of the charge of Interesting. You get a slight impression, like a scene, of something dark and gigantic with glowing eyes jumping at you.
Oh.
And then something goes crunch. And that's the only impression you get from this.
Does the
That's
dark
the impression you tend to get.
does the
Something
dark thing look
like
an awful lot like
gigantic.
snacks?
No, actually, it's very big. It's very wide. It's not the right shape at all. It's got gigantic, it's like this big star, maybe star-shaped. It's very difficult to see. It's very quickly moving, and whatever this was didn't have very good eyes. It's got like big stuff that spreads out from the top, and you see a pair of gigantic glowing eyes just moving directly at you, basically. And then there's a crunch, and then presumably it got turned into a sausage. I don't know. You've got life history, sausage, whatnot. Actually, detect psychic significance is a burst. So technically speaking, your detect if anything nearby is psychically significant.
Yes.
The little sand crown is psychically significant. And there's something else in this room, but you can't immediately see it.
I'm going to keep it up and see if I can't pinpoint it.
Is it something you can keep up? It's instantaneous, so you might have to detect magic around or just fumble around on your own. It does have a range, so you could theoretically move in and out of range and just keep casting it.
I have detect
You
magic
can
at
find it.
will.
I'm
It's
gonna-
a cantrip.
Okay.
So
You do that,
you can
and
just
I'm-
tell me and I will just look for the magics.
Well, it's not necessarily
You can
magic
both-
either. Go ahead.
Yeah, you
It's-
can both
I'm-
roll me perception if you're looking for something like that, with the assistance of your spell.
Okay. Uh, 15.
15. You poke around a bit, cast a spell, poke around a bit more, cast a spell, go a bit further away, cast a spell, and see if you can... Actually, it's quite a long range, so it's probably very difficult to narrow it down like that, in a sort of warmer, colder kind of way. But you think you find it, actually. It's in the bookcase here, and something's falling down the back. And you think you get eyes on it.
I'm fairly strong. We're going to move the bookcase so that it can reach in.
Good. Do you want? It's like, do you need to roll, or is it just something that would take a while? I think it's just something that would take a while.
Yeah, I think it'd just take a while. I mean, I can sit there and eat my sausage while moving it because I've got 4 arms.
It's like one arm
Entirely
holding a sausage,
plausible.
one arm holding mustard, the other one riffling through this cabinet, moving it.
Ultimate in multitasking. Yeah, it takes a moment, you pull it away, and it's a seashell.
Oh,
Oh,
Like a flat one. Relatively speaking, it's like half of one of those small bivalves.
half of one of the what?
A small bivalve. So the
Bivalve,
type that
okay.
have shells that open and close.
Right.
Yeah. It's a relatively flat one. Because otherwise it couldn't have slipped down the back, basically.
Oh,
Pick it
like
up.
a clam.
Yeah, clams.
Oh.
Yes. Sorry, I
Right,
use
I don't
words.
do shells. Okay.
It would be,
Yeah.
if it's a flatter one, it'd be more like a razor clam, because razor clams have really
Something.
flat shells. But something like
Yeah,
that.
something like that.
like the ones on the Little Mermaid's bra.
No, those ones are too conical. Hence bra.
Are those
Little Mermaid, not Madonna.
Are those scallops? Scallop shells?
Oh,
Uh,
scallop shells are
Uh,
huge.
Yeah.
They're huge. And
It's
just little-
it's pretty small. It's maybe a couple of inches long.
The main thing I know about scallops is that they have multiple blue eyes, which creeped me out.
and
That
they
is cool.
have tentacles that hang out everywhere.
Yeah.
They're like little finger tongues or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And people that eat scallops don't realize that small piece of meat is a very small portion of the actual creature.
Yeah. And I'm sorry. All bivalves and filter feeders in the shellfish family. Just,
Okay, we will.
it not just in and of themselves fine. The concept of eating them less. So yeah.
See, the only one that I can't really get my taste buds around is oysters because it's basically snot.
Yeah. Yeah. And I will not give my description my description of what shrimp biting down on shrimp tastes feels like. Yeah.
Well, I guess I couldn't interest you in eating
It seems
hams
to be on-
because they've got a shrimp flavor.
Welcome to the
It
Hint
seems to be
Play
on
channel where we discuss a
it seems to be
variety.
on some sort of evil seafood thing. I guess this is the evil seafood campaign.
We see
Doesn't
food
matter.
that
Do you
is
want to-
evil, we eat it. Yes. Sorry.
Do you want to look at anything else? I'm not sure what we were in the middle of.
Is the raggy lad still knocking around?
The raggy lady, so to speak,
Lady,
is
okay.
still around. Seems to be just sitting on a table. Has probably stolen half of someone's sausage.
I think they
Or-
bought an extra, didn't they?
No,
Didn't
hot
they
dog or
buy an
whatever.
extra for her?
Yeah, we bought one for
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Extra.
So what happened, Bombina, was that you handed one to her, and she'd already stolen your one by the time you started handing it to her. You were like, you turned away, you were handing it to someone, you handed it to someone else, you turned to hand it to her, and she was already holding one.
Fair enough. I mean, she doesn't know us very well, and she didn't know that we, there was no reason for her to trust that we had gotten one for her. But sausage for everyone is our motto.
Oh well, thanks
Good marketing slogan.
thanks for that, mates. Very nice of you. Didn't need to do that.
Oh, well, you're here. You're part of our, unofficially part of our crew. So obviously, one for all for a few.
Well, if everybody wants sprouts.
Oh yes, please.
Brilliant. So you were going to tell us about what happened to the last lot when they legged it.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I don't know what happened to them afterwards.
Well, what were they talking about, though?
But, oh, well, they were talking about needing to, talking about needing to make their way somewhere, but I didn't really catch where that was. And then from there, well, I know the plot is happening.
I remember the plot.
No, I know, right?
Kids these days don't remember the plot at all.
I
Sorry.
remember when 6 of us lived in the plot, the tiniest box plot.
And we had to walk uphill both ways in the snow to get to it.
If Tim ends up dying, I'm going to make a new character named Plot.
Just plot.
Mhm.
Oh.
All right.
Plot found. Got this covered.
Oh, then I will have to be 404 then in my next character. If plot is not found, then 404.
They were talking to, what was it? What were they doing? They were going like, we need to go somewhere. We need to
Right.
talk to someone. Oh yeah, that was the whole thing. They were talking to,
Okay.
what was it? What was their name?
So they're going to see
It
someone.
was, yeah, one of them was like, oh, we need to talk to Thing who knows all the stuff. Right. And the other one was like, no, we need to talk to someone else. But then it was the middle of the night, and also I was kind of asleep, so you're not getting the whole thing, are you?
No, I mean, that's a fair
But-
amount you've given us already. First, did they look like they were in a hurry? Were they panicked? Were they?
Oh, absolutely. They were tearing away. They looked absolutely terrified.
They went to see somebody, could have been anyone, and they didn't come back, and they were panicked. That's hey,
Yeah, they were looking for information, right? They said we needed to buffering while the GM tries to remember how to word things.
Take your time.
For information, right? And then they needed to go to down market and find something.
Down market.
And yeah, they were talking about Varathar also, which is a stupid place to go. Why would they want to go to Varathar? No one ever comes back from there. It's probably fine.
Answers.
Anyway, no, they all left. They all left in a hurry, right? And someone said something about Varathar. Someone said something about getting somewhere else, and then they're all off. I left the door open, honestly. I closed it.
Do we recognize? Can we get like a roll to recognize the place, Barrow, whatever it is, the place that she just mentioned?
Varathar. That's a city to the south,
Oh, is it on the map?
or a small town, a large town. It is on the map. It is called
Okay.
Dreaming Varathar.
Ah,
Okay. Do we know why people don't come back from there?
because it's
Do you
just
have
so
knowledge
nice.
local?
I don't, but I can give you a roll with my bardic knowledge.
Absolutely, do that.
That is a 10, sadly.
You're not supposed to go to Varathar.
We don't go to Balthasar. Okay.
Okay.
You don't. That's a terrible idea.
But I don't know why.
You don't know why.
Right. Well, I heard you're not. I heard it's a bit dodgy. But I don't know anything more than that.
She laughs at you. Yeah, it's a bit dodgy, isn't it? Yeah,
Would you care to elaborate?
absolutely hilarious. So what?
Would you care to elaborate on the general dodginess of Partha?
Well, last time I talked to Varathar, it didn't really want to talk to me. And
Wait, what?
honestly, it's just all it's actually quite creepy. But anyway, look, it's not the point, and I'm not going back out there again because it's really annoying and it's too close to the airport.
Wait. Last time you talked to Barathar?
Oh yeah, you get to you get to where the cat people, right? They've set up a barrier, like a barricade,
Right.
right? And you can't go any closer than that. And if you come up to the barricade and no one's around because you maybe set a fire somewhere else, so they'd all go and look at that rather than
We've
guard it,
all
right?
accidentally set fires. It's just, that's
Right.
entirely comprehensible.
Yeah.
Look, and I was out there for perfectly reasonable reasons, and he was all like, "No, but it's stupid to come out here." And I said like, "No, we got to come out here because of the damage and whatnot." Not the point. So you set the fire, you go to the thing while the guards are all looking, and then Varithar comes out and greets you. And it was just annoying, honestly. Didn't really have anything interesting to say.
As in some
And then he
sort of,
tried to grab me and pull me in, but that was not the point. But anyway, you don't go to Varithar, mostly because people don't come back if they go all the way in. But secondly, because
someone
it's
grabs
just a
you and
pain.
pulls you in.
It tried to,
Right.
but I bit it.
Good.
Right.
Good job. Nice.
So I bit it on the arm, right, and they couldn't drag me in. But not the anyway, and then the guards came back, so we had to leg it. But
Right. Yeah.
right, that's not the thing. You don't go there because it's stupid and dumb and doesn't have anything interesting to talk about. Yeah.
I see your point.
So
But-
there you have it. You don't go to Varithar because there's no point.
Molly,
So-
she's becoming the 17th mascot.
Excellent.
Yes.
You know, you can sleep here, right?
Yeah.
She can sleep here, can't she?
Oh, yeah, we're going to set aside a room. And, yeah, I mean, if nothing else, just, I can...
By the way, if anyone else has knowledge local, they can roll it. On mentions of Varithar. Because there may be more to be thought of there.
Yeah, I wouldn't be a little more than a 10.
Yeah.
Knowledge local.
What will it roll?
Would geography
Yeah.
help?
What then? What type of dice?
D20.
D20. Knowledge geography, yeah, I think that would do you for a little bit of that.
While Riggs is rolling, so what is your name? We didn't actually get that.
Why? Good point.
Mascot.
No, you didn't.
You're not going to give us your name?
You know, I once knew this guy, right? And his name, something bit him so hard his name came off. Right, and if someone bites you on the name, that really stings, that does.
Would you
We
prefer
had-
not to give a name?
Yeah, names can indeed be personal and private and should not be touched by strangers in some cases. Yes. But is there another word that we can call you? That's not your
Henry?
name.
Riggs seems to roll a 14 on the knowledge.
Oh, I'm
Ooh,
sure it is.
14.
A 14. So that's a total of... 14. No, you don't know much more. Varithar is verboten, really, by order of very high up. It's no one goes in, no one comes out, and yeah, that's it, really.
Okay. Yeah, I just out of curiosity, I rolled with no points whatsoever in that. And I got a 0, so I'm assuming that I'm not even sure what a map is at this point. So,
I figured we wouldn't get anything if we rolled
could-
10 anyway.
I got a
You
12
could
in
point at it.
geography, so that's not a lot.
mhm.
12.
12 in geography.
Yeah.
Dreaming Varithar is southeast.
Lisa is delighted to match with everybody.
It's southwest of Yurkathul. Fun fact, Yurkathul isn't actually part of Catharon, kind of, but that's an entirely different point.
Hong Kong.
You know,
Mm.
it's like a client state
Okay.
of Catharon for whatever reason. I'm sure that won't come up ever.
Bombina is utterly delighted to share this fact. Like, oh my god, it's south. I know.
Wait, you know?
Southeast.
No, I have seen it on a map and it's south.
That's right. That's right. It can't exactly move, can it? Although maybe.
Well, apparently.
Might.
No. I can't. I don't think it can move. It's linked to the thing. The what's name? Anyway.
So, what? Dang.
What would the nice lady like to be called?
What Earlith asked, is there anything that we can call you by, or do you want us just to call you Ragamuffin?
or friend, or
No, you can call me whatever you want. There's nothing left in the name.
okay. Cabbage.
Good.
Middle name
Yeah,
Patch?
that would do.
Okay.
No one got the reference.
Oh
No, I
yep,
did,
Cabbage
yeah.
Patch.
Oh, I
yes.
know.
Yes.
Oh, right,
Hey
yes.
then, Mrs. Cabbage. Thanks very much
All
for all your help.
these things
Eh.
next to each other. Well, I try my best, but you know, there's people wandering around everywhere. There's idiots with banjos. There's Dreaming Varatha, but you know, don't go there.
Yeah, we've established that.
And there's all this sort of stuff around and people talking about things and funny stuff. But, you know, mustn't grumble.
Do you remember anything else
Probably.
the last lot said before they left? Or
No, going to Varatha, which, like I keep saying, is just
terrible idea. Aye.
yeah. I called it suicidal, but that's not true. Anyway, no. So yeah, there's going to whatnot. There's right, yeah. So the one guy said, no, we need to go talk to them. We'll go to Down Market and ask where they are. Right. And so second one was like, no, we need to get to Varatha and then to something. What was it? The source? I don't know. Anyway, and then another
sauce
one
like
said
you
it was
put
more.
on your food, or like mustard sauce, or sauce as in
I
where
can't
things come
tell.
from?
I can't tell how people are spelling words when they're saying them, mate.
Context.
Yeah.
Get to the source. Could
That
be
would
either,
a good thing,
really.
isn't it?
Could it could be source or sauce or
Right.
I prefer that. I prefer to believe that they were heading for the mustard mines.
Are there mustard mines near Dreaming Varatha?
My knowledge local is very low, so I would
Maybe.
have to defer to another character. That
Oh, right.
of
That's
course-
why they. No, there's no mines near Varatha, but they do send the
Okay.
prisoners there.
Oh,
I-
to be turned into red sauce. Okay.
I didn't get like you stay outside. You stay outside the perimeter. You don't go in, and I guess they just throw the prisoners past the perimeter. I guess. I didn't see it happen. I was just setting fires, and he was running interference. So, yeah.
An understandable urge.
Yeah. Oh, but speaking
Wait,
of
you're asking
fires,
about Down Market?
Yeah,
Or
whereabouts in the
or
depth?
fires?
Right.
Oh, Down
No, I
Market.
know
That's
plenty about
below.
fire.
That's below the Ooze Market. Yeah.
When we were picking up the sausages, we were shown one of the entrances. Apparently, the
You
direction is
talked to Snacks, right?
Oh, yes. Well, where do you think we got the sausages and the lovely sauces? Oh, by the way, if anyone...
Yeah. You can hardly forget. You can hardly forget the bouquet. Yeah.
Yeah. So...
Right.
So, yeah, I was definitely thinking we should probably head to Down Market at some point, do a little poking around. By the way, has the fire been lit? Because if it's still raining, I would like to dry out.
You could probably light a fire. It's a relative, since it's a fireplace and you have an ample supply of newspaper. And again, this would theoretically be a survival check, but I think the DC is so low that the difficulty class is so low that you could just do it automatically. If you had like
10 or 20
a rank
whatever it
in
is in the
survival.
system?
Newspapers don't
yes,
last
you
very
can
long
take-
in terms of heat and drying things.
But they're good for kindling and
Oh yeah, I was thinking the empty filing cabinets that are no longer in use. For now, we can just tear them up and burn them because they're probably made out of wood. And
Yeah, there's a bunch of wooden furniture of various degrees of dampness.
yeah, we just burn that for
You can
now, and
probably
then we'll
do.
just get new stuff when we need it. Besides,
Yeah.
it's all probably
Fair.
half
Yeah.
rotted anyway.
yeah, and if anybody asks, it
They
was never
were.
here when we got there.
Well, they all got trashed, didn't they, when the last
They
lot
were,
left?
I believe.
Weird.
Yeah.
Yes, Rex?
Riggs?
Some just say word, I break. Like he will break stuff. Or if you say the words.
Have fun with that.
Yeah. Mhm.
Carry on.
And he just stumbles out and breaks it. And
Oh.
for occasion, stuffs had to do with some of the torn pieces. You all, and just dump it right in front of you,
Oh.
in front of the fireplace.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, yeah. That would work.
Lovely.
Appreciate it.
Yes.
So I
Start
do need to
testing my hands.
start getting ready and heading out and such for the evening.
Oh,
If you guys want to
Alright
keep
then.
going, that's fine. But I'm
in real
gonna have to-
life, not in the.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
I think it's
Okay.
come to a reasonable conclusion, hasn't it? Like
Yeah.
we know we need to start going down the damn market and see what we can find out down there.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we have a fire. We have sausages. We have
Mascot,
Mascot.
mascot. Yeah.
cabbage
And
mascot.
we have a nice stockpile of dead rats that we can put on a stick next time.
Yeah.
So
Or filing cabinet full of rats.
yeah.
Yeah. We
Honestly,
have
I
nicely stored rats. We're fine.
I wanted to leave it up to you all if you wanted to stop now or not, because I don't mind missing things.
Yeah.
No, I think that's a good conclusion point. If everybody else agrees, then
Yeah, if you're okay with that, K2.
Yeah. That should be fine. I mean, not that I had any particular material to get through. I mean, apart from like introduce every one of the characters, check.
Mhm.
Introduce you to your location, check. There was that one guy with the banjo. No, the lute, the badly tuned lute. You don't worry about him. He turns up all the time. He turns up all the time. Try not to mind him. Some random urchin and various hints at stuff that is or isn't happening. And hopefully this didn't go too unsmoothly for you. And thank you all for turning up.
Hey, that
Thank
wasn't
you
a
for
random
running.
urchin.
Yeah.
That is a person named Cabbage.
Mm-hmm.
Person named Cabbage. Urchin Cabbage.
Yes.
Okay. I don't stream very often, and I don't do GMing by talking very often. I normally do this by typing, so any rustiness is entirely on me, and if I forget any of the rules, that was a house rule the entire time. What are you
You
talking
did
about?
fantastic. This was amazing.
Yes.
Thank you. Well, it was lovely to have you all along. Internet
Yes.
difficulties notwithstanding.
Yes. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
thank you.
Yeah, this
Oh,
has
thanks.
been awesome.
Thanks for bearing minutes.
Oh, well, yeah, thank you. So excellent. Do we need a quick closing script or go ahead and let Shard Angel run away?
There is probably a closing script. Give me a sec. I'm sure it was on
Okay.
my card.
It's something like Hinkley's streams here every
Yeah.
Sunday
Yeah.
at the same time.
And we've got a
Also,
Discord.
There is
Yeah,
Yeah, there's a Discord. We stream every Sunday at the same
Yes.
time. It's a rotating 3-week thing, so we will be back in 3
3
weeks.
weeks for this
2
one.
weeks? Yeah,
Three.
there'll be two.
Three.
There'll be 2 others, and then another one which will be ours. And then, yes, it's lovely to have you along. I'm just seeing if I can find a pinned message that is more succinct and carefully written than my one.
While
Yes.
you're looking for that, so next week or next Sunday.
I'm just seeing if there's anything I missed, really.
What is
Yes.
today?
Anil's saying that next week is part 2 of Nightbane character creation.
Yep.
Various others of us stream in various places. I might eventually get back into streaming art and stuff because all the graphics here were done by me except for the ones that were done by Fish, I believe, who did the layout. And various bits and pieces were put together by Knight, who is being very lovely and dealing with us and Tech
Thank you,
at
Nige.
the same time, which seems like a terrible idea, but you know. And yeah, lovely to see you all, and hopefully we'll see you again in 3 weeks, assuming we're spared. Anyway,
Yes. Yeah, and also shout out to Night Bites for doing the admin. Thank you so much.
yep.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Knight.
Yay!
And
Imagine
shout
I'm
out to Fish
cheering.
for the layout, which
Yes.
is, as always,
That too.
so cool.
And then
Woohoo!
Wave, thanks for for this watching us stream. Yeah, thanks for watching us stream and wait until we fade out.
Woo!
Good night, everyone.